Welcome back to the second part of our conclusion of D&D New Beginnings. Um, the party's in a bit of a pickle. Just a slight issue we got going on right here.
Is that why it's green?
No, it's green with envy.
I mean, all right. So, Scath, you were hearing the sound of what sounded like metal scraping against something hard, possibly stone from the room. So you set down your hunting trap and you're just ready for whatever's going to come out that door.
Yeah.
Bard and Leeza, you were both trying to force this door open, but it's just nothing doing.
Why didn't I pack my crowbar?
Well, where I come from, we rarely have doors this size and sturdy, so I'm really not sure what to do here.
So, Bard and Lisa, as you're both trying to standing by that door, you hear the sound of there's some stone grinding, and you both look back at the staircase, and the entire staircase has rotated, and now there is just a wall where there were stairs.
Well, there goes my plan.
And now the door you've been trying to force open opens. All on its own.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey. Shh. There's something.
Oh, I see something over there. Should I throw a firebolt at it?
No. And I'll make my way back, kind of to the door, just get a bit closer to him. I put there's a door right up here to the right. I haven't gone much further, and I think there might be something in there, but the door's closed. At least it was the last I saw it. I did put a trap down in front of it, so I guess if there's anything in there, maybe I will get a bit lucky and maybe get a bit of an advantage. God damn it, guys! What are we doing here? This witch is freaking me the fuck out.
Well,
Oh.
if we wanted to turn back, it's too late now. And she looks at the where the staircase was.
Yeah, I think the staircase turned its back on us.
All right. I guess we push forward then. I'm not sure if we want to see what else is down this hallway or try to get into the room that's right here.
I mean, I don't like the idea of getting blocked off in this passageway.
Young, beautiful lady, where are you?
Silence as your words echo down the hallway.
Can we please stop with that?
Can I take a quick look at the door just to see if there's any space I might be able to try to jam it? So if it does try to close again, I can possibly stop it from doing so.
Do you have anything sturdy enough to block it?
I have my quarterstaff.
Something tells me that's not enough.
I guess it all depends on it. If it's like, is it sliding down when it opens, or is it going up?
The doors, they're like double doors, and they open inwards towards the hallway.
Okay.
Where's the hinges on these things?
There are some like everything is for some reason like shaded green, and you just see like there are hinges on this door, which is odd. You can I don't even know what roll to do for this, but yes, they're adamantine hinges.
Yeah.
Which is the hardest metal.
Well then.
I don't think we necessarily want to be trapped in this hallway. So either we wait for the stairs to maybe open and try to get out, or we try to push forward down this hallway. But I don't think we should be spending too much time here. there's not a lot of room to get around, and well, I don't know what that grinding sound is, but it sounds big, and I would rather not have to deal with that here.
I can second that.
So you said you placed the trap by the door.
Yes, yeah, it's right up there on the right. But I
Have
think
you looked
there's
further
more
down the
forward.
hall?
I haven't. No,
My concern is that
Well, I suggest we get over here before the door closes in on us.
my concern is if these doors open by themselves, there's no telling if the door that's blocking whatever that thing is won't open by itself as well.
As you all get to the other side of the doors slam shut once again.
Well then,
that's hey, at least we're all
that
together. Hmm.
well,
Well, we
fate
came here
favors the
to
bold.
hunt down a witch, so I guess we better get on with it.
All right. Guess we can go further down the hallway just to see how many doors there might be, or if it leads anywhere. I know at least here, if I'm not sure how. To be honest, I gotta be honest for a moment. I've really only hunted, we're talking goblins, orcs, even kobolds, and they're all really easy. You get in their caves and you can kind of get an idea of what kind of traps they have there. I've never gone up against a witch, so I'm not even sure if a hunting trap's gonna work about anything she might have. But at least we know maybe there'll be a sound if anything comes out of that door. So maybe we go and check the other doors, see what there might be.
Yes, because she's shown a very adept sense of being able to be touched.
True. I don't know. I will follow. Whatever you both think is best. I'll be here, and I'll just kind of.
I guess we could scout out this place first before we start trying to get into any of the rooms.
Well, you heard scratching. I doubt that's the witch, but I don't want to be. But I don't want to be in a little pincer. Should we deal with that first?
take it a room at a time. I think that's fine. Again, my only concern is these doors. They seem to close on themselves, and as we go into these places, we don't know if maybe the space is becoming more confined. And that witch does seem, I don't know, she came out of a fucking tree, man. I don't know what else she can come out of.
Well, let's put it this way: if we don't do anything now, we're dead. If we fail, we're dead. But we might succeed.
True. True. All right.
Unless you want to go into internal servitude for a witch.
No. All right. No, wait. You have yet to miss with your firebolt, and we
Wish I could say the same for your arrow.
All right. The door's right up here, and I'll begin kind of walking up to the corner to peek around and just see if the door happens to be open now.
It is open a crack. And you no longer hear the scratching noises, the scraping.
I'll kind of lean over to DeBard and whisper, that little hand, is it strong enough to push the door a little bit?
I don't know, but it's worth a shot. Cast Mage Hand, get over to this corner right here, push past them, and just try to push the door open with Mage Hand.
All right. It definitely requires all 10 pounds of force that Mage Hand can apply. But with the scraping of stone, the door opens and the room is revealed to you. There is a lot of hay in this room, dry hay, and you see 3 scarecrows standing in the middle.
I
And
don't like that. I do not like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Firebolt.
you
At
also
the
don't
hay.
like the severed hand and blood over here, but all right, so you firebolt the hay.
It's like the middle of the hay right there.
All right, it ignites and the surrounding hay begins burning. But as you do, all of the scarecrows turn towards you. Each of them, their right eyes looks to be a cat's eye marble, a very, very green cat's eye marble. And this is where we roll initiative. Oh boy.
Yum.
Here we go.
All right, I'm just going to roll the scarecrows on one initiative. 5. All right, and we got Leeza with an 18. Leeza was absolutely ready for something to go down.
Can she get over this corner here and
Sure. It makes sense that you would have moved there before the door was open, so I'll allow that. And poor Bard. All right. Starting with Leeza. And since you blasted that firebolt, the hay around here is beginning to burn.
so I get advantage on my attack rolls against creatures that have not acted yet.
All right.
Okay. So I shoot my longbow.
All right. Blast that longbow. With advantage, that will definitely hit. Are you
Nice.
attacking the one on the left, the middle, or the right?
Going for this one. It's probably the easiest one to see right now.
All right. Roll that damage. For 8. Your arrow flies true and hits the scarecrow in the center. Although, when you hit him, you just see a bit of hay fly out and your arrow just kind of clatters to the ground. You did damage, but it didn't appear all that effective.
Alright. Can I use Hordebreaker? Are they like, is there a one close
They are
enough?
not quite 5 feet. They are 10 feet apart.
Alright.
So that brings... Is that your turn?
For now, yeah.
All right. That brings us to the Scath.
All right. Would I have seen her shot in the room, or would I have been out of position to have seen that?
I think you were just out of position.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, I'm going to move myself kind of to stand, I don't know, I guess right there, kind of right center frame of the door, but back a bit, keeping an eye on my hunting trap and kind of gauging the room. Seeing the fire, I'm going to go for the one that's furthest back and just pull out my arrow and take a shot.
All right. Roll to hit. 14. That will hit. Nice. 10 piercing. It's kind of the same deal. You obviously hit, but it didn't really seem to be as effective as you'd like.
Shit.
You don't get that satisfying thwunk noise when you hit him. It just kind of the arrow passes through its burlap and hay-filled body.
It's like fighting that rug again.
All right, and now it is the Scarecrow's turn. He loses a bit of his movement as he's trying to move through that fire and everything. He has to go around. And they are all converging on you. And as they open up their hands, all their fingers are long, sharp blades. Bard, it is your turn.
Well, it worked the first time. Firebolt.
Firebolt.
That one.
All right. Oh. That's a miss.
No.
Oh no, it starts.
Your firebolt, just some sparks kind of lick the head of the Scarecrow and it smashes against the wall.
I'm sorry about that arrow comment earlier.
No, it's fine. You lit the place on fire to begin with. You're doing good. Just keep it going.
Speaking of that, as we now go back up to the initiative order. Oh boy. You can't draw with a mouse. I'm telling you right now, folks. It just doesn't work. But yeah, that fire is now spreading to the rest of the hay. As we are back up to Leeza.
I'll shoot another arrow at the same Scarecrow.
All right.
You still haven't attacked yet.
Is it attack for advantage, Doom? Is it attack or acted?
Sorry?
For your advantage, you don't get it because they've moved, correct?
Yeah, it's only and it's only on my first turn, I think.
Okay. So unfortunately, that'll be a miss as you kind of hit the exact same spot you did before, so the arrow passes through and does absolutely nothing. Now, Scath is your turn.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a lot of fire. Can I take a moment just to look into the room and see what the smoke situation is looking like? Does it appear that it's just kind of pooling into the room, or does it seem like there might be some kind of airflow where it's being pulled out, possibly?
It is just kind of pooling in the room at the moment.
Okay.
The hay is burning relatively quick, so it's not an incredible amount of smoke, but there is definitely smoke filling that room.
Okay.
Okay, we can talk freely between turns.
Yeah.
You can talk as a free action, which in character, I'd limit you to maybe a sentence or two. But I wouldn't let you sit down and write up a full battle strategy in the middle of combat.
No.
Here's my full battle strategy. Throw fire at it.
I mean, it's worked so far.
Yeah.
I was going to ask Bart to just close the door and let them burn inside.
Of course, there's some mysterious force stopping me from doing that at the moment.
Oh boy.
Right, Scath.
I think, honestly, is it possible for me to just prepare an action or something like that
You can hold an action. You tell me what the action is, such as attack or shoot an arrow, and what the trigger for that action is.
So I want to prepare to shoot as soon as they cross the door frame. Like the first one that comes out, I want to just take a shot at that point. My thought is it's gonna be hopefully stepping into the trap, but if that doesn't happen to work, maybe be able to knock it back into the room, something like that. But at this point, I'm just not seeing enough success of shooting into the room based off my last shot. I kind of want to get a closer look, so that's kind of the way I'm thinking about it.
All right. So your held action is to shoot one with an arrow the moment they cross. I'm assuming as soon as they step on your trap.
Yeah.
All right. All right, that is going to be soon. Because that one runs right up there. And are there stats for your hunting trap?
Creature that steps on the plate must succeed a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving.
All right, let's see how that goes.
Of course.
Very well.
All right. Well, yeah, you did that. Let me shoot you then.
The curse of tens.
Oh boy. He's here. The Scarecrow's gonna take a swipe at Bard.
I'm technically around that corner. If that view helps a little bit better.
You are now outside the wall.
I know. I'm just saying that. I'm showing you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
He's using no
technically
clip.
behind that corner. I don't know if that makes it within range of him or
Well,
not.
because he didn't activate the trap, so he can keep moving. He still had another 10 feet of movement, so he's going to be within range.
Hi.
He's going to take a swipe with his knives. Oh my gosh.
Owie.
Oh no. Yeah, so Bard, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do we die to scare?
As you take, he rolled minimum damage on the first one there, so you take 9 slashing damage on the first attack. You succeed the wisdom saving throw, so you're fine. But he has multi-attack. He's gonna hit you again. Yep. For 5 slashing.
Ow.
You guys watch as this Scarecrow just like Wolverine style just rakes his claws across Bard. All right, that brings us to the next Scarecrow. He's gonna go over to that. He's gonna end his turn there, so he's ending his turn on your trap. So since it wasn't activated before, the Scarecrow just ran right over it. We're gonna see if this one. Yeah, he fails. You said 1d4 piercing.
Correct, and they stop moving.
All right. So roll that, and as the trap clamps down on his leg.
All right. Ooh, of course. And then on let's see, on an action they can do a DC 13 strength check to free itself.
Okay.
And then each failed check deals 1 piercing.
Oh, nice. That's actually a bit stronger than I thought it was. All right, the last one. The last one has to get here because he's kind of bottlenecked. He can't get past both of his allies this turn. And we're up to Bard. Bard, how you doing?
30.
I'm reaching in my pocket, burning hell, bitches, and I'm throwing my vial, my flask of oil at all, trying to hit all their feet.
So you just basically throw your cask of oil on the ground.
Yes, which I remember you said is a bonus action. If I don't have it prepared.
Pulling it out and throwing it is an action. If you were just like, I think if you're just dropping something, that's considered a free action.
Hmm. Okay. Let me think.
Since you don't have it ready, that would be you reaching into your bag, pulling out the bottle, and then throwing it. And I think that's definitely an action.
You know, what? Screw it. Eyes are gonna go pitch black as I try to just touch the thing in the face and cast inflict wound.
All right.
Fuck you.
Oh boy. You reach in the scare.
Is this gonna end a lot sooner than we thought?
Perhaps the scarecrow just kind of like knocks your hand away, like stop it. Like you were trying to act all. This would be one of those things where it plays like the epic music and it gets all scary, but then it zooms out to Leeza and Scath watching this, and you're having a slap fight with the scarecrow.
Bard was epic until this moment, and all went to shit.
All right, we are up to Leeza, and now that the turn order has gone through again, literally all that hay is fire.
That's a lot of smoke.
She will back up a little and shoot another arrow at the scarecrow attacking Bard.
All right.
Oh God, no!
Just don't nat one. That'll definitely hit. All right.
Watch where you're shooting that thing.
Yeah,
Don't
the arrow
worry.
the arrow doesn't go all the way through the goes all the way through the scarecrow, and we just see the arrowhead like sticking out inches from Bard. All right, he says that your turn.
Oh, you cut out there. What was that?
Can you horde breaker?
Oh yeah, can I do that?
Oh yeah, they are definitely within 5 feet of one another.
Do I have like an angle?
I'll let you move up one because you still have plenty of movement, and that'll give you an angle.
Is there a limit to horde
I'll
breakers?
shoot this
It's
one then.
just two. First and then a second. Nice.
All right.
Thank you for not shooting that one at me this time.
All right, Scath, it is your turn.
I mean, I'm right here next to this thing, so I'm gonna pull out my short sword and just try to stab it in its stupid little straw back.
All right. Give it the good old poke.
Yeah.
That'll hit. All right. It's the same thing with the as with the bow. You're hitting it, but you like hay just flies out of this thing's body like dry hay, and you almost sneeze a little bit.
Nothing's working. These things aren't dying.
I'm dying.
Poor Bard. It's the Scarecrow's turn. This Scarecrow is going to turn towards you this time, Scath, and he's going to make 2 claw attacks at you. He's going to poke you back.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Scarecrow.
For oh boy,
All right.
7 slashing damage. He's going to hit you again. Oh my god.
Oh.
Might be a short night, guys.
Oh, don't you know? There you go. All right.
All right, 5 slashing. You need to make a wisdom saving throw. Natural 20.
What a thing to use the nat 20 on.
Well, I mean,
Get
to
out
be
of my
fair,
mind.
if he had failed that would have made this whole situation much worse for you guys. But not only are you not frightened by this scarecrow, you are really mad.
Hmm.
All right, we're up to the scarecrow that is stuck in the trap. You said it was a DC 13 strength check.
Correct. Yeah. Come on.
Natural 20.
It at least uses action.
Uh,
Let's see.
yeah, he has to use an action to do that, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
All right, so you just see him lift up his leg and slash the trap, and the trap shatters.
Why?
We can buy more of those. I don't think I can buy another life.
I think this
The
is a
scare-
bad
the s-
idea.
The scarecrow just looks at Scath and does like the finger across the neck gesture, except it's an actual knife.
I just flip him off.
All right, we're up to Bard.
Okay. You know what? I'm walking around. I'm walking around to this side, and you're like, I'm done playing games. Meta magic, inflict wounds, 2nd level.
All right, go for it. I'm even crossing my fingers. There we go.
To both of them.
So
Why did the third one go? The first two, a 12, a 19, and a 12.
those will both hit.
2nd level.
You're both hitting the first one?
No, each one.
Each one.
I
Got it.
can't target the same target.
Okay. Then you very quickly just get rid of the trap marker.
Are you fucking kidding? Oh wait, never mind. Ow, 31. Ow.
Okay. Which one was that? The one that broke the trap, or?
Yeah. The top one was the second one. 31 points of necrotic damage to the top one, and 30 a lot. 39? No. Goddamn, why is this so hard? 8 plus 26.
Is that 26 for the crit?
That's 34 damage.
Okay. The first one, its leg, it just decays into the second one decays into absolute nothing. The first one decays mostly in its knees buckle, but it does not quite go down. The one that destroyed Scath's trap just disintegrates. All right, Leeza, your turn.
Going to move over here. And okay, so this one is dead.
Yes.
So now I can't use Outbreaker.
Could you put the X's on them? I don't remember which one's dead and which one's not.
There should be an X on the one in the middle.
I can see it.
I can't see it. But the one up top is still alive?
Barely, but yes.
That's horrifying.
You have just this. It basically looks like someone just like scorched the scarecrow and left it in the sun for 100 years, and it's just looking at you with this really, really green cat's eye marble. Somehow, every time Bard gets a good hit on something, it makes it scarier.
Okay, so I'll shoot at the top one again.
All right. That'll hit. And don't even bother rolling damage. He had 1 HP. Your arrow goes through the side of its head and it collapses on top of the dust of its fallen comrade.
I said, watch out for me.
But you're to the side.
My hands are in their face.
I mean, let's be honest. If Leeza was trying to hit you, she would have hit you.
I'm pretty easy to hit.
All right, we're up to Scath. There is 1 scarecrow left.
Yeah, I know it's not doing much, but I'm mad now. But those claw hands, they hurt. So fuck you. Right in the
Yes, I know from
face,
first-hand
buddy.
experience.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot you. Ugh, maybe.
That'll hit, actually. All right, he just watched his scarecrow friends get absolutely decimated, and then the arrow hits him, and he just looks back up at you like, dude.
He just lifts the hair from his legs and starts running.
All right. Scarecrow here. Seeing what Bard has done, he's gonna run up and hit Bard.
Oh, God.
Because unfortunately for you, these scarecrows actually aren't dumb. Oh my god. I thought that was gonna... I saw the virtual dice, and I'm like, oh no, Bard's dead. Very lucky, as the first one just whiffs over your head. Can Bard be lucky a second time?
No, he cannot.
You dodge the first one, and you're so amazed at the fact you actually managed to dodge something. You aren't prepared for the second set of knife
Holy
hands.
crap. I have 1 HP.
He just like jabs his hands into your gut. Bard, it is your turn.
Fuck. And I'm frightened of it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just gonna cower a little bit, like hold my arms in my hand and just shoot a firebolt at it.
An inch. Still hit.
With disadvantage. Wow.
All right. In your flailing fear, you just stick your hand out and you blast it point blank in the face. The scarecrow, it doesn't make any noise, but its arms start waving manically as it's on fire now. Now, whereas your arrows didn't seem super effective, that seemed very effective.
Lisa looks to Scath and is like, didn't you have burning arrows?
I only have 2. Want us to use them on these things?
Whatever, just get it away from me. Get it away.
Leeza, it is your turn.
Uh,
If only you were a bard, that would have been vicious mockery on Scath right there.
what to do? I'm going to shoot him with an arrow, but then my arrow will probably burn up.
His upper extremities are on fire.
Well, whatever. Longbow it is.
That will very much hit. Your arrow goes through this thing's abdomen, but he still seems really concerned about the fire. Scath, it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm just gonna reach into my bag, and that little healing potion that Bard buddy gave me, I'm handing it right back to him. And his little cowering, like, you need this back more than me. And then I'm going to just move as well back the opposite way. Yeah, I think that might be all I can do. I'm not sure.
I think so, because handing the potion off would be an action.
Yeah. So.
It's actually a bonus action to feed someone a potion.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah, so Scath, if you want to shoot something at this scarecrow, feel free.
Yeah, let's
I hate to be a stickler, but attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's right. The scarecrow was within 5 feet of you.
What is
Yeah,
it?
sorry, I just follow the rules.
So, Scath, you can choose to use.
This guy?
Max healing. Nice.
Are the X's not showing up on the dead ones?
It showed up on the first one, but not on the other one now.
All right, I'm just gonna delete their tokens.
Okay.
Because they're just piles of ashes now.
Yeah, I thought it was the back one. No, if I'm right next to him, I'm not gonna shoot him again. I'm gonna shove that bottle in his mouth, and I'm gonna just try to stab him. If anything, while I may not be feeling well, I'm feeling better than my compadre down to my left-hand side, so maybe to draw his attention. So yeah, I'll just use my sword again and just try to stab him.
All right.
I'm actually feeling pretty decent right now. God damn, 10 healing off the potion.
Oh boy.
That'll miss. Your sword's kind of, as the scarecrow is flailing, it parries your sword away with its knife hands.
Like, reach down, feel there's a bit of blood there on my ribs.
When were you hit?
All right. It is the scarecrow's turn. Let's see. The scarecrow, now very upset that it has been burned, is going to move up a bit, and he's going to make one claw attack at Scath and one at Leeza.
Let's go.
First one will be at Leeza. Ooh.
That hits.
So for 4 slashing, and make that wisdom saving throw.
So I just roll wisdom, right?
Wisdom saving throw. If you don't have any proficiency with the saving throw, it should be the same.
I have saving throws wisdom.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Oh yeah, you are very unafraid.
Just scratches my arm, and she's like, she's angry.
And Scath, he misses you. He's not able to double back and get you in time. His claws whiff in front of your face. Bard, you are no longer afraid.
You dare make me look like a coward. And I'm just gonna place my palm on his face again.
Is that a fireball?
Am I flanking?
I don't think it counts with firebolt because it's a ranged attack.
No, inflict wounds.
Oh, inflict wounds. Yeah, I'll give you advantage for flanking. That's very much it.
Didn't the scarecrow move between Bard and Scath? Shouldn't they have opportunity attacks as well?
No.
He is still within 5 feet of Bard.
Oh.
That's kind of the weird thing about opportunity attacks. As long as he remains within 5 feet, you can't make the attack.
Are you kidding me?
All right, 7 damage as you leave a handprint on the burlap back of the scarecrow, but he's still up. All right, Leeza, it is your turn.
She tosses away her longbow and draws her shield and saber.
Scimitar?
It's a saber, but
Okay.
yeah. Technically, it's a saber, but mechanically, it's a scimitar.
Yeah.
So her armor class is now 18.
Alright.
And she's going to slash at him. Oh,
No.
Oh.
With two of his knife fingers, he parries your scimitar.
Actually, he has advantage. Or flanked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're flanked, so that does hit.
okay.
Keep forgetting. Oh boy. You cut into the burlap just a little bit, but he didn't seem to mind. All right.
Henry, just put this thing down already. It's like a.
Scath, it is your turn.
That seemed to work well. So, just with as much rage and anger and just wanting to see this thing down on the ground because fuck these scarecrows, I'm gonna stab it once more.
That will definitely hit. The scarecrow's still up, but when you hit him with that attack, his knees sort of buckled.
Why won't you die?
You didn't hear it, but I was doing a slow clap.
As you clap, Bard, the scarecrow swipes at you with a hit
Ooh.
Yep.
for 5 slashing, and he's going to make an attack at Scath as well with his opposite hand. And he misses,
Fuck off.
and Bard, you were afraid.
Fireballs.
With disadvantage. That hits. And I don't think, that. You blast him in the face, and his head just crumples as this scarecrow finally falls as well. And now combat has ended.
It was just some fucking scarecrows. What the fuck? Are we gonna
What the
do?
fuck was that?
Where's Bakrees? God damn it! Why we could have used him? All right.
Holy fucking. Fucking.
I look down, seeing him not doing, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
You touch yourself.
Feels a bit better. What are we gonna do?
Well, I just want out.
If everything else is only gonna die from flame or whatever that magic stuff you were doing to them, all I can do is fucking patch myself up and make fog. I don't have anything magic I can do to these things. Seriously, what are we gonna do?
So as you guys are discussing that, you notice that the room, all the smoke is completely gone.
No, fuck me. How many more are in there?
Would you like to step in and find out?
No.
I guess I'll have a look. I'm the one in the best condition.
Where the hell were you, Miss Scaly?
What?
I'm assuming your skills can take a few little hits. Why are the two flesh bags sitting up front?
I'm not that scaly, actually.
You're more scaly than us?
She's also wearing scale mail. All right, so Leeza, as you walk into this room, this hay is all now like blackened and burned, and there's not really too much left of it. There is you see a big broom over here, some rolled up stacks of hay over here, and you don't know who this belongs to, but there is a severed arm over here. There doesn't really seem to be much on this table, although there do appear to be some boxes underneath.
I'm just sitting there kicking the ashes for like a good 10 seconds.
There's a severed hand in here. Anyone hungry?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm
I
just
think your
trying to lighten
lizard.
the
I think
mood.
your lizard side is speaking a bit too much right there. I guess for us though, it wouldn't be cannibalism.
I'm gonna
I'll just cheer up.
I'm gonna step into
And
the
she moves.
room and just look across the ceiling. See any holes or openings or anything like that?
That's the weird thing, you don't.
I'm getting on the table and I'm lying down and I'm just.
The table creaks a little bit, but otherwise holds your weight.
There's some boxes under the table.
Do you honestly trust anything in here? I'm gonna look
I
up,
mean,
just be careful.
What else can we do?
Here as let me get away first, and I suggest you do the same.
Okay, so Lisa will. How many boxes are there?
There are just the two.
Okay, she'll drag out one of them.
I'm casting Mage Hand and like a Mage Hand and just gonna tap her shoulder.
She looks back to the mage hand and then to Bard.
I suggest you let me handle it. That's why I said you get away.
Fine.
As I'm gonna pull out the boxes.
All right. I need you guys to roll me 2d12s.
Everyone?
I just need 2 rolls of a d12.
I got it.
6
All
and
right.
12.
So we got a 6 and a 12.
Oh, never mind.
Let me just see what you find in these boxes. One of them being literally the best item that you could have gotten. All right. So in the first box, there is this like literally nothing in this box but this old silver bell. The second box, there is a large it's kind of like a bundle of 5 vials of some odd greenish liquid.
Okay, well, it didn't explode the second I pulled it out.
2 of the 5 vials are empty.
I'm gonna Mage Hand over one of the vials and take a look at it.
They're
Just
they're thin and probably only have a few ounces of liquid in them. Roll knowledge arcana. Ooh,
those
21.
Arcana checks though.
Almost as good as your firebolts.
I missed one.
So as you're looking at this potion and everything, you're kind of like holding it a bit. You take off the cork and you smell it a bit. This is obviously a magic potion of some kind, just because the way the liquid moves, it almost looks gelatin-like, but it's a liquid and it's really weird. And as you smell it, you get just a tad drowsy. But as that drowsiness wears off, you feel as if you just took a cat nap.
That was a bit refreshing.
You need another healing potion there? You almost just... What are those things?
I'm not entirely sure, but if they are what I think they are, they could be quite useful.
What do you think they are?
I think I think there's something that basically there's something that would be able to it you know, like coffee, how it wakes you up.
Yeah.
Well, this puts you to sleep, but when you wake up you feel quite refreshed, if it's what I think it is.
Okay, so what... Is this something we hold on to? Is it something we use on something? I mean, I think we need every advantage we can get here, so...
Well, quite honestly, I'm fucking useless now. I spent a lot of energy fighting that shit. Down the fucking hatch. If I die, I die. I don't really give a fuck anymore. And I'm gonna drink one of the potions.
All right. You drink the potion and immediately fall asleep.
Great.
Um,
It wasn't like he fell over like Timber style, but he kind of drinks it, sits back, falls, starts snoring.
What happened
You
to
should
the...
probably keep a lookout for something else.
I concur. I don't trust anything here, and it's too quiet. What was the grinding sound? I want to look around the room real fast and see if I see anything that shows like wear and tear, like something's been ground for a bit.
Oh yeah, there are scratch marks all over the green walls. You get the impression the scarecrows were sharpening their hands on the walls.
Wonderful. Oh, that's okay. Do I see the bell?
Yes.
I want to look at it without touching it. Does it look like a cowbell or like a fancy dinner bell? And I would see with, when parents would take me to those dining parties with all them rich folk.
It looks more like a dinner bell if you had to give it a specific classification, but it looks old, it looks tarnished. But there's something kind of ominous about it.
I'm just gonna point it to Leeza. Do we put this back in the box, do you think?
Can I pick it up and take a better look at it?
Certainly. You can roll a knowledge arcana check.
Oh.
It's a bell.
It's a bell.
Yep, I got.
I don't know if it's really harmless. I think it is.
I want to, if it's looking ominous, I don't want to touch it, so I'm not sure if that would, affect a roll, but I would like to just see if I get an idea why it looks so scary, whether it's like the symbols that are on it or just the general feeling I have towards it.
Roll knowledge arcana with disadvantage if you're not going to actually touch it. With a 9, you look at it and you just get the gut feeling that it's not a normal bell. But beyond that, it looks plain. You don't see any symbols on it. It just looks like an old bell that someone left down here ages ago.
I wouldn't trust that thing. Don't ring it. And honestly, I'm gonna go over and just try slapping Bard to wake him up because I don't want to be in this room and I'm not dragging his sleeping ass out of here.
No, I don't want to play bagpipe.
You slap him, but it does not seem to be doing anything.
Bitch. All right. So there's a severed hand, and then this is just a stack of like hay bales over here.
Correct. And there's a broom.
Mm-hmm. I want to approach the hand and see if I can tell what it came from, if it's human and or not.
It definitely appears human as you approach it. If you want to get some more specific details, I'd say either not medicine or survival of your choice, because I feel both
Okay.
make sense in this instance.
Yeah, and I'll do survival. Just oh boy,
The hand looks like it's been here for a while. It's
that's not helping anything.
so it's really hard. It definitely looks human. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a bit masculine. It's hard to tell.
I don't know who this came from. I'm like have the hand in my. I'm like holding it, like kind of waving it around. I don't see any other body parts here. Well,
No wonder.
I'm gonna throw the hand at Bard. See if that'll wake him
You
up.
throw the hand, and it. You know what? Just for flavor, roll a ranged attack to see where this lands. 16. It lands like flat on his chest. Nothing happens. He just kind of like curls his arms around it like it's a keepsake.
Can I start sucking its thumb?
Sure.
Leeza, you said that this witch, she has something of yours. Why does she have it? What do you know? Anything? I guess we have a bit of time. What is it she took from you?
It was a protective charm that belonged to my late mother. Some scumbag stole it while I was traveling and sold it to an old woman in these woods. And I saw it on her wrist.
And it's a protective charm, so probably okay. Do you remember seeing anything else on her? Any other charms or anything? I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't looking at it
Did I?
too much.
You did not. She wore that gray cloak and had the long, kind of silvery white hair. That was about it. The only thing you noticed was your charm when she kind of rolled up the sleeve a little bit.
So Leeza just shakes her head.
All right. Well, I guess let's hope that there's no more. I don't know, what do we call these minions, servants? I don't know.
All right.
I'm Leeza, you keep an eye on Bard. I'm gonna go check the hall. See if I hear anything. I need to get out of this room.
Do you think it's a good idea to split?
I don't think I have any good ideas, to be honest. All I know is I can't just sit here waiting for her to just appear from this fucking burnt hay pile or from that hand or out of Bard's goddamn snoring mouth. I can't just sit here.
That last one's a horrifying image. All right, so Scath, you head out into the hallway.
Yeah, I just want to listen again.
All right. Eerie silence. Minus that. So this goes on for about 10 minutes before Bard finally wakes up. Bard, you wake up with, oh my god, that's a severed hand you're holding.
The what the fuck?
Your heart is racing now that you just woke up cuddling a severed limb, but on the bright side, you have just gotten a long rest.
What the fuck? Whose arm is that? Scath, are you still around? Is that your arm?
It's not his arm, but he did throw it at you.
Damn it, Leeza. Well, you weren't waking up. All right. Lee kind of walked towards the doorway.
Fucking...
Are you good? Are you gonna be okay? I poisoned.
Actually, I feel fucking great. And I'm pretty sure that's what I thought it was.
Okay.
How hurt are you? And if it's
fine.
not very, like, honestly, these things, they're very useful. But I gotta ask, what do you really gain in a good night's sleep?
Is Bard asking the two of us?
Yes.
You're magic, right? Refill the old the tankard.
Yes, I'm saying I can offer these to you guys, but I think they might be a bit more useful with me.
I don't really feel that tired, honestly.
I'm fine. I'm honestly, armor can be repaired. I should be okay. I think.
Here, you take this. I'm feeling a lot better as I'm gonna hold out the potion of healing. The second.
All right, just are you sure you do seem to like to get close to things. Maybe just keep it on you. If I need to, I got myself covered. Worst case scenario.
Trust me, I'm gonna be staying back from now on. I've learned my lesson.
All right, I'll take it and put it in my pouch. So, I guess press on. It's another door, not too far down. It's quiet out there.
If I remember, there was something else in that box before I had a nice go around.
It's a bell.
Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone. We don't need any more trouble than we're already in.
But trouble's my middle name. As I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and grab the bell. I ain't touching this shit, but I do want to examine it.
All right. Another knowledge arcana check. $18. You actually feel like you know what this is. It looks a bit familiar. Kind of in your earlier days when you were experimenting with your magic abilities and everything, religion and clerics were one thing that you conversed with quite a bit, and you recall a cleric of Kelimvor, the god of the dead, actually had a bell like this, and it was kind of a supplement for training, like priests in training and everything. It looks like a bell of Toll the Dead.
Well, that could be quite useful.
What is it?
Some religious nutbags back in the day you use it for training their little have you ever heard of the spell Toll the Dead?
I'm not really a mage.
Same. No.
Well, you ring it, it reverberates in their soul. They hurt. I tend to think that soul damage is the worst type of damage.
Right.
Are we expecting to encounter undead in here?
It works on the living and the dead. It's actually quite useful. Can hurt a fair bit. Doesn't hurt so much. Doesn't hurt so much when something's perfectly fine. But the closer something is to death, the stronger it seems to be.
All right. So you can add that bell of Toll the Dead to your inventory. Basically, it gives you one cast of Toll the Dead per day. It recharges at dawn, and it goes off your own spell save DC.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got my things. Do you guys want it?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
You can take it. I don't want that thing anywhere. And
Take what?
the bell. He doesn't want the bell.
I have my own little uses, as I'm gonna just make a little fire in my hand.
Oh, you want me to take the bell then?
It could be useful.
Okay.
Just be sure to use it on something that's a bit closer to death.
All right.
As I'm gonna hand the bell over.
All right. Leeza now has a bell of Toll the Dead.
I'm gonna head back over here. I should have used that for a bed. As I look at the hay. Does
She
anything
jumped.
catch my eyes?
It just looks like a lot of hay and some bits of scrap burlap between the hay bales. You can kind of put together that these were scarecrow ingredients.
Oh, well, they wanted to make more of them. I don't want them to make more of them. Fire, 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 fire.
All right, the room begins to fill with smoke again.
All right. Back into the hallway I go.
Lisa jumps down from the table
Li-
she was sitting in, and she goes after
Uh,
Scath, and she's like, "What have you
guys,
scouted?"
guys, did you notice how huge this fucking broom is? Is it actually huge, or is that just scaling?
It's a little bit bigger than it's a mix. Like I wanted it to be a little bit large, but I didn't quite wanted it to be 10 feet long. But yeah, it is abnormally big.
Um, I'm gonna pick that broom up.
Right? It's starting to catch on fire.
I'm pulling it away.
All right. It just looks like a big scorched broom. It doesn't seem to have anything special about it.
I come out of the room. Giddy up, pony!
This is the part where if it was a broom of flying, it would smash Bard up against the ceiling.
Are you feeling all right?
I'm a bit giddy after that potion. Pay me no mind.
Side effects, I suppose.
Perhaps so. I don't know.
All right.
Anyways, we got a witch to slay, or get slayed. One of the two.
One of the two will happen today. So you guys continue, and you can see there's that door immediately on your left, and further ahead you can see that there's another path going off to the right and another door up on the left.
All right. Yeah, I come to this first door and
Before we open that one, I suggest we look down that path. I don't want anyone sneaking around us.
all right, you go look. I'll just stay. I'll listen in case I hear anything on the other side of this door. Just go quick.
I'm gonna approach stealthily.
All right.
Roll stealth or no?
So we'll stay in the middle, I guess.
Don't bother.
Okay. I'm gonna head here and just peek around the corner.
All right.
Uh,
You you look down there and you see that door is open already.
Do I see anything inside the room?
The way the door is angled, it's kind of hard to see it in the room, but it's open.
And Dad,
I don't
just
want
a
that.
question. How many arrows did I manage to salvage?
Oh, you got all of them back.
Even the ones on the burnt
Yeah,
scarecrow?
it was mostly their upper body that burned, and your arrows kind of fell loosely through the center of them, so your arrows were saved.
Well, even
Okay.
even if they got hit directly, they're only passing through fire. They aren't sitting in fire.
Yeah, your arrows are fine.
All right.
Well, Leeza, tell them that there's a door down here that's open already.
I'll like I'll head over. Just because this one's open doesn't mean that one back there is not going to open. And
Oh, I know.
it's gonna
I
be
just
too.
you go put your ear against the door, see if you can hear anything. I'll stay here, see if anything tries to sneak around back.
Do I see any, like, is the door solid in the frame, or is there any space below it or anything?
There's a slight space below it. And as with all these other doors, they're like big stone slabs on adamantine hinges. Like, it is solid AF. However, it does not appear locked.
Okay. Do I see light coming from the other side of the door from underneath?
Yes, and it looks like candlelight.
All right.
There's like just that slight flicker that tells you there's a flame or something in there.
I want to lay down and put my ear to the ground near the door and just listen for a moment. I know I'm laying on stone, but
Roll perception. Minus the slight crackle of flames, you actually don't hear anything in this room. Nothing eerie. There aren't any knives being ground against stone in there.
okay. I'll kind of try to get Lisa's attention and just kind of put my finger to my lips, like it's quiet. Give them a thumbs up to whatever they got to do over there, or yeah.
Okay. Scath says it's okay to go in.
And head in. I'll make sure nothing gets us from behind.
So you want me to take point?
Yeah, you seem the most evasive of all of us.
I mean, Lisa is wearing mail armor, scale armor. So
You are currently the most armored member of this party.
she does make a bit of noise when she walks, but I guess she can try to be stealthy.
Go
Right.
help out Scath.
But he's not doing anything.
I think he's about to go barge in that door if you don't go in right now.
All right. So do you guys go with the open door or the closed door?
I'm staying in the hallway. I don't want shit to attack us from behind.
All right.
Or at least
I'll go where
preparation.
Scath goes, I guess. If he stays, if he doesn't open the door, I'll go into the open one.
I'm
Alright.
just sitting there, kind of watching both of you at the moment. So I guess it depends on which way you.
Okay, in that case, I'll try to be stealthy and approach the open door.
All right.
Gosh.
You don't even need to roll stealth. There doesn't really appear to be anything down this hallway as you approach. But as you get into this room, First of all, it's an absolute mess. Second of all, there is something very strange that catches your eye towards the back of the room.
Before we left, I'm gonna wave over Scath.
I'll make my way over.
We totally didn't see that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I keep forgetting what layer is which.
Or the other one.
Oh no, that's supposed to be there.
Okay.
What you see there is not Bakrees, but a immaculately realistic portrait of Bakrees leaning on a chair. The portrait is of Bakrees, his pike across his shoulders, just kind of like posing and looking heroic.
As soon as I see that armor, nope! I'm throwing a firebolt at that armor.
What?
Oh, the suit of armor.
Yes. Brings back bad memories.
All right. You don't even need to roll. You shoot a firebolt and the helmet flies off and clatters to the ground. The armor doesn't do anything.
I killed it!
I don't think it was alive to begin with.
Uh,
What kind of armor is it?
You weren't here for this, but yeah. Scath, I killed another suit of armor.
Oh, what?
And I found Bakrees.
With that, I kind of rush down the hall. Wait, he's here? Where?
I'm gonna point to the statue.
It's not a statue. It's a portrait, like a painting,
Oh,
like
painting.
like a framed painting.
What? That can't. That it's. I don't understand. Yeah. Scath is very confused. Why is there that?
The moment Bard notices that chest, he's heading over to it.
Okay.
Um,
Do you open it?
I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Yes. But actually, no, he's not gonna open it right away. He's gonna open it, step away, open it with Mage Hand.
All right. You flip open the metal lid of that chest. Nothing happens. But you do hear something inside. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum.
what is that?
I don't know. I don't like it. I'm
There's-
gonna hold Mage Hand and just like feel the chest around and try to pull out whatever inside.
Mage hand is not sufficient enough to pull out whatever is inside.
Do I see what's in that barrel?
Scraps of textile. A really large barrel that's just scraps of textile.
Okay, you're not screwed. I'm gonna take off my helmet, pick that up. How high is the ceiling?
It's kind of dome shaped, with it being about like 10 feet at the very edge of the walls and 20 feet towards the center.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up my helmet and just with Mage Hand and no. Does it sound similar to a heartbeat?
It sounds exactly like a heartbeat.
That would give me in-game reason to throw firebolt at it.
All right, you throw a firebolt and you hit the chest.
Can you please stop throwing fire at everything?
Right. Just got out of that other room and it's still burning.
I mean, there's wood all over us.
Don't miss.
Do you get closer to see if you can actually see what's in that chest?
Yes, after I threw the fireball and got no reaction, I'm gonna walk up and see what's inside.
There was a massive heart still beating in this chest.
Well then, that's a bit. Uh,
She
Scath,
walks.
Leeza,
Well, that's strange.
I found something you aren't gonna believe. And I'm gonna close it before Scath comes over.
What?
Five gold if you can guess what it is without looking at it.
Scath, this close, you can hear the beating.
I swear to God, if that is a fucking drum for you to play, I am done.
No, but it is something a bit musical. As I'm gonna open up the chat.
Yep, Scath, you see it looks like 4 times the size of a human heart.
All right. Does it look like the size of an orc or a creature the size of an orc's heart?
Bigger than an orc.
Bigger than okay. Trying to
Like this
think.
is like
Is-
this is like a basketball sized heart.
Is that like a dragon's heart or something?
Um, you guys can roll either knowledge medicine or knowledge survival to try to gauge the size, what creature this could have come from. All right, Scath, you're the only one that kind of figures it out because you and some of your hunting buddies from back home only once managed to slay one of these, and you took the heart as a trophy. This looks like an ogre heart.
All right. So yeah. At least this is something I've gone up against before, but I've never seen the heart still beating outside of its chest. Yeah, that's the heart of an ogre there. And if the heart's there, I would be very concerned about where the rest of it is.
Would I have heard of any type of magic that can do this?
We just stab it.
You have, I mean, you'd assume necromancy, if anything, but this is a bit weird, and you can't quite gauge what the purpose behind this would be.
I
So you
mean,
had you had a really good roll on hags before, so you can just chalk this up as more weird hag crap.
Fucking hags. Why can't they go back to the
Do-
Feywild where they belong?
do you think if we remove the heart from the chest, do we free the ogre, or
No, I'm
Should-
99.99% sure that would kill an ogre, which I'm not really opposed to.
I mean, we're in a hag's lair. I mean, if she's enthralled an ogre, we should probably get rid of him.
True. If I had control over an ogre, I'd make sure he was with me if I ever thought anyone might be coming to threaten. So, what do we think here? Just stab it, burn it, fillet it. What do we-
Probably a mercy.
I can cook it.
I mean, ogres are. I'm not opposed to that.
May not be very good, but I can cook it.
I mean, there's obviously some kind of magic here. Are you worried that? I don't know. Is it like alcohol? Don't mix your magic.
I mean, true.
That's why I said you can stab it. Then I can cook it.
All right. You know what? I need to see something bleed, and I'm just gonna pull up my sword and just plunge it into the big heart.
All right, you stab the heart, it spurts blood and just kind of sprays all over you for a moment. And after several beats, it gradually goes still.
Do you hear anything in the distance?
You hear some rustling behind you as that token I completely forgot to put away moves out. One of the chests that was among everything, there was a large purple tongue sticking out of it, and it's just shuffling towards you guys.
Oh, no.
I can deal with ogres. What is that?
Bard firebolt it.
Shit.
Roll initiative, guys.
Oh.
Hey.
Is that a good roll? I hear
Not a bad roll.
as I try to find the monster sheet for the damn mimic.
If I remember right, it has a dex of -2, but I'm not 100%. But it
Oh,
has
that-
a nat 20.
Why can't I never roll this well when I'm a player?
Am I
What
about
happens
to
if
be
we have the
eaten?
same initiative?
Whoever has the higher dex. Although he got a natural 20, so he automatically goes first.
Actually,
I lose my
look,
bonus.
the initiative nat 20s aren't a thing.
Well, regardless. Leeza, what is your initiative or dexterity? Dexterity is
15.
and the mimics is 12. Okay, yeah. If I'll play it like that where nat 20 doesn't matter. So Leeza will be going first. Let me just throw you all in the turn order. Scath has just had enough of all this today.
Okay, so Lisa moves here. I think there's enough space for
Yep.
cover.
Yep,
And
this big this barrel that you're next to looks like the kind of barrel that they'd have in a tavern for the ale on tap. Though as you get close to it, it does not smell like ale in there.
okay, a matter for another time. So I guess I get advantage against the mimic since they haven't acted.
Correct.
All right. So longbow.
13 will hit. All right, 5 piercing. Let me just double check, make sure these guys don't have any weird immunities. All right, you hit the wooden side of this mimic and its tongue kind of lashes around angrily. It is the mimic's turn. As it kind of just angrily shuffles, it seems to be making a beeline for Scath.
Goody.
Bard, it is your turn.
That isn't okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is as far as I think we can outwalk it. Firebolt.
All right, roll the hit. That'll definitely hit. 7 damage as you blast the mimic in the side. And Scath, it is your turn.
All right.
You swear this thing is looking directly at you.
Yeah. What's the highest place in the room?
Probably on top of this massive barrel.
All right. I want to try to get up there because this thing seems to be kind of stocky, and I don't really know what it is. So I'm just gonna try to get up and out of its way, maybe.
So that make an acrobatics check to see if you can climb up this thing. Okay. Yep, that's sufficient. 10 sufficient. It's not pretty, but you managed to scurry up onto the top of this barrel.
All right. Is that just my movement, or is that an action as
That's
well?
just your movement.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's time to bring out another fire arrow and take a shot, because this thing's scaring me more than scarecrows.
12 will hit. So 5 and roll the extra 1d8 for the fire damage. Right, another 5 fire damage as your arrow strikes into the upper lid of this chest monster.
This thing, it's a moving box.
All right, Leeza, we are back to you.
She'll move. What are these things? It's like they're like carts or boxes.
There are crates, barrels, sacks, just various things.
Okay. Can I get behind them and still aim at Mimic?
I will say make an acrobatics check just because they're kind of against the wall a bit. You'd have to jump over some things.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, you kind of just knock one of the barrels over. The barrel smashes on the ground and out pours a variety of different teeth all over the floor.
Okay, I guess we stumbled across the hag's trophies or something. I don't know.
No, it's a motherfucking tooth fairy.
But you're kind of stuck where you are, unable to get past all these extra barrels.
Oh shit. I'll just shoot again.
Right? The tongue just lashes out and knocks your arrow out of the air. All right, in this mimic, it goes right up to the barrel. It just shuffles like one side and then the other, heading right towards Scath.
You stay down there. Thing.
All right. Let's see what it can do here. I think it's going to take a bite out of the barrel you're on.
All right.
I'm just going to say it hits because it's attacking an inanimate object. So it bites into this barrel, and there is a faint hissing noise as it does. And bit of a sulfuric smell, followed by Scath, the unmistakable scent of urine just starts pouring out of this giant barrel you're standing on.
What?
It smells awful in here now. But I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can stay on the barrel.
Alrighty.
Because that thing chomped hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you are making all the saves.
No. You're not getting me down from here.
Bard, it is your turn.
I don't like you. Firebolt.
Yeah, because that's going to make it all smell so much nicer in here.
Oh god.
Burning piss.
That hits for 8 fire damage.
That's my turn.
All right, Scath, what are you going to do?
I mean, I'm not planning on getting down from here. I'm definitely pulling up like a collar or whatever I might have around my neck over my face, because this is getting ripe in here. And yeah, just taking a shot with my standard arrow. Don't want to use all my fire arrows yet.
That'll hit. For 7 piercing. Another arrow into the top of this mimic.
Just die.
Leeza, it is
Bakrees.
your turn. You
Bakrees.
are in the splash zone.
Ugh,
Hope you brought your raincoat.
I'm getting out of here. How much can I run in a turn as a bonus action?
That would take your action, and that doubles your movement.
Oh, okay, it's 30, so that would be 3 squares, right?
No, each square is 5 feet, so it'll be 6 squares.
Okay. So I can move up here and still shoot?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank
I'll
you
do
for
that.
now leaving R. Kelly's party.
That'll definitely hit. For 7 piercing as you hit the back of this mimic. This mimic is just full of arrows now and scorch marks. It's still lashing up at Scath with its big long tongue. And Scath, the tongue is inches away from your feet right now.
No.
Not quite able to reach you, but it's slowing down a bit. It's not looking great as it takes another bite out of this barrel. And we'll see how much. Ooh, that's a lot of acid.
Oh, speaking of which, acid damage is max to inanimate objects.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so Scath, you have to make a dexterity saving throw as this barrel just starts breaking apart under your feet.
Shit.
Oh, you fall in urine. Y-
How far?
Right there.
Okay.
What was beneath your feet just kind of broke apart because the acid just melted away most of the under part of the barrel. And yeah, this room is just filling with urine.
Can we get a urine line? Because I'm staying the fuck out of that.
Yes, let's get a urine line.
Let's see what's good for urine here. We'll use.
You know what? I need a different color. That blends into the background too well.
Oh, okay. When
There
you
we
said
go.
filling, I thought it was like halfway across the room.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did for the fire. This is just where it is at the beginning of this initiative order.
That looks so much worse.
What, fire?
I'm treating it like I treated the fire, where it
Oh.
spreads at the start of each round. All right, Bard, it is your turn.
Firebolt. And I'm staying like covering my mouth with one hand. You fucking right.
Oh, you cover your mouth and you miss. You weren't looking, and you kind of hit the floor by the mimic. And Scath, like the air around you just starts steaming.
Come on. And
Oh,
Scath, it is your turn.
yeah.
I was soaked as he.
Oh, very.
I'm
What's that
dripping.
mark?
My long hair is just it's all. All right. I honestly I don't want. I want to get away, but I don't want this thing to attack. But it's probably going to. Yeah. I want to basically try to find a way. Would I be able to like try to leapfrog this thing to get past it? So possibly like avoiding the mouth by just bouncing off the top? It seems like a box to me, I guess, even though it has a tongue and all that.
That would still be kind of taking the disengage action
Okay.
to avoid getting hit. You can certainly get over to the other side of it if you want, because you're still staying within 5 feet.
No, I want to get away from it. Like I want to try to.
You
probably get
can
back.
move away, but he would get the attack of opportunity unless
Okay.
you took the disengage action.
Yeah, so I'd probably
that-
do
but
that,
that-
disengage and run. Like
All right.
so I'd probably. How far is my movement? I think
30 feet.
30.
6 squares.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Let me get another line in here. Ah. Oh my god, it's always twice. Urine is spreading quickly. And Leeza, it is your turn.
Go up here. Near Bard and... Um... Do we really need to kill this thing? Couldn't we just close the door?
I have a feeling this thing's gonna chase us. I do think we could outrun it and just kite it until it dies, though.
All right, and she'll shoot another arrow.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, give me a moment.
natural
Yeah.
1. The stench of piss is too much.
Low severities, just treat it as a miss. As you're kind of, your eyes are stinging as you're trying to aim this arrow. All right, the mimic. Just gonna move. He's moving towards you, Scath. He's still coming after you. And Bard, it is your turn.
Just fucking die already! As I'm gonna try to throw a firebolt directly into this thing.
Go for it.
Oh, the fucking piss!
Your eyes are stinging too. They're starting to water. Scath, your turn.
All right. I'm proceeding to back away, and I will take a shot. Trying to keep my distance.
Get away from me, you fucking rake!
All right, Scath. All those days of coating yourself in urine to hide your scent on a hunt is paying off, as your eyes are not watering and you aim true. 9 piercing. You hit it in the tongue. And it kind of... This sound it makes is a little bit like a deflating balloon.
It's not right. Like a pierced liver.
It's not looking very good, and certainly not smelling very good.
This whole room.
We are up to Leeza, and we get one more line of this.
Okay, she'll move here. And shoot again.
All right, shoot again.
Can we all agree that if we survive this, none of us talk about the piss box?
I mean, what's wrong with tags?
I plan on drinking so heavily I will remember none of this.
All right, Leeza, you fire your arrow. You hit the underside of the top lid, and the mimic falls over.
I killed it.
Combat has ended.
All right.
I fucking hate hags.
Why is there a picture of Bakrees in here?
As
Covered
you
in-
look
Why
at the
is there a barrel of piss in here?
As you
those
guys
are-
look at the picture of Bakrees, the image has changed. He is no longer posing heroically. He is now covering his snout with both hands.
I am running over to the picture. I'm already covered in piss. What do I care about being covered in even
Yes,
more?
hurry up and get the fuck away from me.
All right. Do you take the Bakrees painting?
I do. I pick it up. Like, I shake it. Bakrees is that? Are you? I'm talking to a fucking painting. Yeah.
It doesn't change from that image of him just holding his snout.
I'll get you out of here, buddy. I want to. How? Is this like a painting I can
It's-
strap to my back? Like,
Yes, it is not terribly large.
I'm taking the painting with me and trudging back through the piss.
All right. We will take a short break here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to finish off this adventure and oh, maybe our heroes can forget about this day at one point in their lives.
It's gonna take many
Scath,
baths.
you stay a good 5 feet back.
Oh boy, I did not expect you guys to break the barrel.
Who ate asparagus?
Oh boy. I just got to run to the bathroom and blow my nose a little bit. I'll be back in a sec.
I gotta go take a piss IRL.
Okay.
There's a thing in the Discord I'm at called Your Player Said What, and I want to put in there, can I get a piss line, please?
Indeed.
Go for it.
I gotta ask Malachi permission when he gets back because it was his line.
Yep, go ahead.
All right, let me put that in there.
Well, I mean, I want to make sure I'm not stepping.
I just bathed in it to just get over it. It's like taking the first dip in a cold water. You get used to it after a while.
You can take as many dips in piss as you want. You can fucking drink it for all I care. Just get the fuck away from me.
How you hunt.
You're almost as bad as the hag. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty fun adventure you guys going on. I don't have too much backstory, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Honestly, we don't really know why we're here either. Apparently, this rich and powerful woman that some of us in character, most of us not, know that she's a ancient dragon. Apparently, saved our life and told us that we need
Actually,
to.
we all know in character is an ancient dragon.
Okay, yeah,
It winked at us, and it rolled a nat 1 for stealth.
true. Yeah, so apparently she saved our life after we fell off a boat and said that we have to repay our life debt by killing the witch of the White Woods. So,
And it has your charm, so I'm sure you're in that.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm the only one that told it to consider it a life. It was trying to be sneaky. It doesn't know that it wasn't sneaky.
Yeah, kind of like the back grass last night.
What I wonder is, how the fuck did he not see us? We were only 40 feet away.
What? Why didn't the mimic see you?
No, why didn't the tabaxi last night see us?
No, I'm talking about Abby hiding in the tall bushes.
I know. I'm wondering why he got scared and ran away when he could clearly see us. We're only 40 feet.
Well, he knows that he ran out of spells. And the only thing he could have done is a close range spell, and Mommy doesn't want him to get in close range. Mommy's always telling him to hide, so he tried to hide.
The crossbow.
You broke up for me. What was that?
The crossbow.
That's right. He does have one, but he forgot to use it because he doesn't really use. It's the first time he's had it. Plus, I also screwed up on last night. I forgot to level up Abby, so he was actually level 2 when he should have been level 3.
Oh, that's painful.
That's all right. Everybody survived.
My Tomb of Annihilation party finally got to level 3 after fighting a zombie T-Rex at level 2.
Oh boy.
Cost us our NPC, although, to be fair, our cleric killed him, not the T-Rex. He decided he had had enough and tried to abandon the party, and then the cleric kills him with Toll of the Dead.
Yeah, well, if you go AWOL, that's deserters. In the military, if you're a deserter, it's punishable by death.
I mean, considering our cleric is neutral evil in a disciple in a acolyte of Umberly, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's in character.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
I'm wondering how the fuck they managed to kill a zombie T-Rex in fucking at level 2.
We have 6 people, and we had multiple tough NPCs with us. That NPC that was killed was a gladiator, CR5.
Okay, then I stand corrected.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. It was one of those situations where it's a bit of a scripted battle, and there's almost no way we're gonna die unless we're stupid and lead the charge against the thing. But yeah,
What,
that's
you mean the paladin doesn't want to run up face first and say, "Fight me, fight me, fight me"?
our cleric is ironically the tankiest thing we have. I finally got to take a level of warlock though, as we made it to level 3. So hopefully, I'll actually be able to do some cool things instead of just miss with my longsword every fight.
I have a concept for a level 20 character. Oh, there was a level 20 game going on. 19 levels paladin, 1 level hexblade.
I was in that 20th level campaign. I just made a straight 20th level wizard who was a complete and total bitch. Literally, she considered herself better than everyone else, and when shit hit the fan, she went to work and she charged headlong in trying to do the mission. Told everyone to follow, but didn't wait for them to follow. I will mute if you guys are ready to go back.
I believe we are.
Everyone all set?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Who's ready to continue the worst
Oh,
day
boy.
ever?
Anybody got
It's
some
the
Axe body
best
spray?
day ever.
All right. So, Scath, you have gotten this Bakrees painting
Mhm.
tied to your back, and as you kind of secure it, the image of Bakrees facing away from you. As you turn, Leeza, you see that the image has changed once again, and now it looks like Bakrees is standing like right up to the picture with his hands pressed against an invisible wall.
Uh, yeah, he's ex.
What was that?
Seems like MacLeod is ex.
Oh, yeah. Uh, to be honest, I I think I'd much rather be stuck in a painting than covered in this. And again,
Yes,
here's
yes.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you can stay back there. Scaly, would you like to take lead?
I have a name.
Yes, I know, and so do I. Fine. Leeza, would you please like to take lead?
Better.
Do you open one of these doors, or do you continue down the hallway?
I walk up to this door and try to listen for anything.
Scath, are you coming?
yeah, yeah.
Don't get too close.
Leeza, same thing Scath heard when he was on the other door. There's just kind of a faint crackling.
I don't hear anything conspicuous.
It just sounds like there's a fire going on. But
Do
not like a
you
wildfire, like a controlled fire.
do you want to take a look inside?
Not really, but I think we have to. Do you want to take a peek inside?
I mean, if you open the door,
I'm gonna crack it open with Mage Hand.
All right. The door opens slowly, revealing what actually it doesn't smell all that horrible in here. In fact, it smells a bit pleasant.
oh,
And as you guys walk in, there's a pillar in the center here, and this quite obviously is some sort of a kitchen area. In fact, there's a big boar, it looks like, roasting over on a fire stick or whatever they're called in the back. There's a cauldron with boiling water, chopping block, a fish tank with a rather large fish with sharp teeth protruding outside its mouth. And standing on these crates here, that looks creepy. That looks very creepy. It is looks like a candle, but all the wax is in a humanoid silhouette, and it's just crouched up on these boxes.
Lisa raises her hand and silently points towards the figure.
I will enlarge this image just so you guys can get a better look at it quick.
Oh God, it's gigantic.
It's growing.
It grew.
Overtaken.
Oh, you cut out again.
We're overtaken by wax.
It's small. It's probably like closer to the kobold size than human size, but just this humanoid shape, this burning candle up on these boxes.
I don't like that.
Kind of.
Am I getting any arcane vibes from it?
Yes, especially when it turns its head slightly.
Lisa moves behind the pillar with her bow ready just in case.
I'm backing up about that far, and I'm doing what I'm doing in my picture, just getting ready to throw that firebolt.
All right, Scath, you walk in and you can now see the humanoid candle perched up on the crates.
I also see the cauldron of water.
Yep, just boiling water. There's a small fire beneath it. There's the big roaster with what looks like a pie on the corner there.
Do I see any kind of water container? Something to carry water in?
On this table to the left here, there's a variety of they kind of look like measuring cups and spices and looks like dough. Like, considering what you have seen thus far, this looks like this area, at least of the kitchen, looks almost oddly normal.
Okay, I'll just.
Though
grab...
you do look on the opposite table and you see a egg that's slightly larger than your head on the table.
Some egg will do later. Yeah, I'll look for whatever the biggest receptacle I can find is.
Right, it's kind of like a wooden measuring cup looking container.
I will fill it with boiling water and just say, flame water. Are we thinking?
The candle just seems to be like slowly looking around. It doesn't really seem to be aware of your presence at the moment.
Do we want to do anything in here?
I kind of want to destroy that thing because it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I mean, if it's not being hostile, we should probably let it be.
It referencing the painting on my back, it could be another one of her prisoners. Who
I-
knows what she's doing down
I
here?
really don't give a damn. But I guess no point in wasting extra energy. As I'm gonna look at whatever this is.
It looks like some sort of stew mix. You're not entirely sure.
I do got to say, it does smell nice in here.
Am I getting any arcane vibes from the food?
You are not.
Lisa will carefully approach this table.
Okay. That's actually a shelf, like a multi-layered shelf, and there's just some of the items on there look a bit questionable. There's the claw of something you can't quite identify. There's various patches of hair. There's a couple spice bottles.
Seems like this is the alchemy stores for the hag.
Bard, do you look down that hallway?
Yes.
What you see down that hallway is not a normal kitchen, and it takes a sec for your eyes to adjust because there's a light in that room as well. You see another one of those candles, but it is squatting atop a mound of bones.
Fuck everything. Why? I don't. I swear all hags deserve to belong in the fucking nine hells. Oh god, another piss wall.
Nope, my bad.
It's pissing itself.
Again, the layers. So many layers. It's only 3 layers, but it's enough to confuse me.
What do you see, Bard?
Bones, more bones, bones. There's a femur bone.
We just came out of a room with a barrel of piss, and you're surprised by bones? I'm gonna reach back and grab a chunk of the roasted boar and eat it because I'm getting hangry, I think, and the smell of the roasted boar is taking me back to hunts, and I don't care anymore.
It's a little overdone, but it actually tastes pretty good.
I don't want any hag food.
The
And
boar's
I'm gonna
fine.
pull out
I want
my
some
rack.
too.
All right, there's the boar that it's cooked just a tad too long, but it's not all that bad. There's the pie kind of by the roaster as well. Looks like it's keeping warm, and you got the water and the large egg, and there is a massive knife and some blood on the table as well. And here you just have a stump with another blade on it. Not entirely sure what it's used for, but you do see that there is also this large fish tank that looks like it hasn't been cleaned ever because there's green algae everywhere. And you do see that large fish with the sharp teeth just kind of in there looking at you.
Yeah.
It's just one fish.
It is just one fish.
Can I get a closer look at this egg on the table?
Yeah, it is a very large blue speckled egg.
Oh,
You
boy.
are not entirely sure what it is. unless you want to roll a knowledge nature or knowledge survival check, of course.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a very good omelet.
I think I'll like feel it. Feel okay. Is it cold? Is it kind of warm? And maybe just look at the pattern of the eggs and all that, and do a survival just based off of any birds I may have come across or any kind of scaly creatures or anything that does eggs.
All right. That looks like a cockatrice egg.
All right.
You remember seeing them in books that you got on hunting and everything, although you've never seen one in real life, but that looks like a cockatrice eggs, which are let me just bring up a bit of information to be sure I am giving you correct information. But they are large reptilian birds. They have some cool features I don't want to screw up, so
I'm not sure, but I think this is I think this might be from a cockatrice. I don't know, just the pattern of the eggs. I remember seeing it in a book. I don't know, my dad had a lot of books.
Would we know in passing what a cockatrice is?
It's you ever heard of like a?
I was
I'm
asking
assuming
them.
they're yeah, I know.
Isn't that one of those like chicken bird things?
It's like an ostrich fucked a dragon.
Um,
I
I think
get a
that
feeling.
egg might be worth something.
Well, I'm covered in piss, and I don't think anybody's gonna want to buy anything from me.
Why don't you? That water should be cool by now. Why don't you just wash yourself off a little with that?
Eh, I'm actually going to keeping the water, almost flaunting it. Make my way towards said candle creature. Just walking, kind of. I wonder if you can hear us. I would hope they're not scared of water, because that would be unfortunate.
I would not approach it too much.
as soon as you get here, its head kind of snaps to you.
Like owl snap or just snap?
I pour some of the water on the floor.
It doesn't have eyes, but you can feel this thing just looking directly at you.
I don't even know. Can I even get insight off of a candleman? Not a lot of features to read there, is there? Are we just gonna? Are we leaving the room alone? Cause
You know what? Fuck it. Do you really want it gone?
no, I would rather if we don't need to deal with it, I'd rather us not deal with it and just move on. I'm not getting.
Yeah, let's move on.
I agree.
Do you guys want to at all investigate this room before you leave it?
Probably not.
I mean,
Okay.
we took a bite of the pig.
Yeah, and that tasted delicious.
I smile and place the
Do you get buffs
water
like in Skyrim?
on the ground.
Right, and as you walk away from it, it starts looking around as if it has lost your presence.
Good.
All right. Do you continue to the second part of the dungeon?
Why, of course, Master DM. Hey,
All
hey,
right.
hey! Don't get too close. Back off, you freak.
Yeah. I thought at least the smoke would have helped.
What?
What an awesome time to fade to black.
As we move over to the second part of this map, because Roll20 wouldn't let me do the full file size.
Okay. There's two Leezas now.
Scath, you're Leeza for some reason.
I can't. Oh, I was on the wrong corner.
All right. So there is an actual river going through the center of all this with a bridge over it. This water looks green, stagnant, algae ridden. In fact, all the little pebbles that kind of line the water are completely green.
How deep does it look like?
It is so murky you cannot even see. Like if you were in this water, you would not be able to see your hand in front of your face. It is that thick.
I want Mage Hand to go through it till it touches the bottom or it exits the range of my reach.
All right. With Mage Hand, you gauge the water to be probably about like 15 to 20 feet deep in the center, but gradually less deep as you get to the edges. Deeper than you'd expect, but not beyond the reach of your Mage Hand. And just as you use your Mage Hand, you see something. You see movement in the water, like a lot of movement where your hand was moving around.
Okay, I don't like that. As I'm gonna move, but that's got me curious now. I'm gonna move my hand to the surface of the water and like skim.
All right, as you do that, you see several of them kind of leap out of the water, biting at your hand. It is a small swarm of those fish you saw in the tank in the kitchen area.
Oh,
wherever
good.
wherever there's movement, you just see them jump up and snap at it. And this time, that token does indeed represent a swarm of these quippers.
Can I try to grab one?
Roll, I'd say sleight of hand to pick one of them out. 4. They are. It must be the algae that they're all kind of covered in, but they are slippery little bastards.
I wanted a snack. Goddamn. Firebolt.
You're gonna firebolt. Your firebolt hits the top of the water and just sizzles.
No, I'm aiming for just one quipper in particular.
Roll to hit.
Nat 1.
Oof.
So these
That's gonna be a severity roll because there are certainly plenty of things that can go terribly wrong.
Why do we care about the fish?
you guys got to eat. I didn't.
Oh boy, 28. That's really low.
Sorry, Leeza.
I'm gonna say your firebolt explodes in your hand and you take 1 point of fire damage.
Motherfucker! How the hell does that even happen?
Well, I guess you shouldn't abuse your powers.
At least it happened now, not when we were fighting the fucking hag, bitch, or what? Ugh, fucking witch. I don't know.
All right. So across this bridge, you do see another door.
I don't trust that bridge. As I'm gonna apply a 5 pound or 10 pounds of force to the bridge.
It seems perfectly stable.
Okay.
I'm just going to just sprint full speed across the bridge.
All right. You're sprinting across the bridge. Scath, roll perception with disadvantage.
Okay. Do. Come on.
You don't notice anything as you just scurry
Yay.
across the bridge as fast as you can, but nothing happens.
It's fine. It's fine. Come on.
Guess Leeza sprints next.
All right. Perception with disadvantage.
Why the hell are you people running? As I'm just gonna walk across.
I mean, haven't you seen the fish? Perception.
Ooh. Leeza, as you are running, you kind of just gaze at the water and you see just kind of towards the top of the water a pair of very large eyes, and you recognize them as a really large frog.
Oh, we should probably get out of here as fast as possible. She just
It's just kind of chilling in the water as you sprinted across.
But how big is it? I mean,
How big is it? It is probably like 10 feet long.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to my morals and I'm gonna walk across.
All right. The frog eyes just kind of follow Bard as he walks across the bridge, but it doesn't do anything. It's just chilling in the really, really gross looking water.
Mage hand just tap its head like a pet.
Why we gotta mess with the frog?
Don't mess with
Doesn't
the frog.
do anything. It just sits there in the water.
I like frogs.
I guess the fish don't attack the frog.
It ain't moving.
Okay. Let's not mess with it then.
Mage hand.
You push the door open.
Yep.
All right. Give me a moment because this is a big room. The door opens, revealing a massive rectangular chamber.
Oh.
The first thing you guys notice is that these dark spots, those are actually shadows cast by large trees just growing out of the floor. Each of the trees with green apples hanging from the branches. In the center, there's this glowing circle. Seems to be just radiating arcane energy. To your immediate right, there is a cage with what appears to be an unconscious woman lying inside. To your left, you see a large skeleton overgrown with moss. There's some sort of well. There's a table with severed arms. There's a large chest. And you see these shelves just lined with strange items.
What's this?
That is a well with a massive cobweb over it.
Okay.
Although the well doesn't seem to lead to a water source.
Is the woman unconscious?
Yes.
Alyssa will approach the cage to have a better look.
I'll
It is a woman, probably around in her 30s, wearing peasant attire and kind of medium length blonde hair.
Mm.
She's just kind of lying on her side. And there is one thing in this room that kind of has you all a bit more unsettled: the distinct lack of a green hag.
Yeah. I'm gonna look over to Bard. Are you ready? As I pull an arrow out and place it into my bow. Because I'm gonna start shooting fucking trees until she comes out.
Scath, come here.
Hold your breath.
Whatever happens, you gotta trust me.
Oh, okay. I don't really have anyone else. It's you two, and yeah. What are you planning,
Just
Bard?
remember that.
Okay. So you seem to have a plan. So that, like I said, I am just gonna start shooting trees. I don't know. What is
Oh,
that
you all
thing?
also notice one other thing in those trees. Roll. I won't even have you roll perception because this is kind of a story thing. Each of these 4 trees has one of those dolls hanging from it, but each of the dolls has taken the form of when you all touch the dolls, including one that looks like a black dragonborn hanging down from what looks like a noose.
I look over to Bard. I am. Is it a bad idea for me to shoot that one? I point to the one the human one.
That would be this one right here, the
Mm-hmm.
human-like one with the shoulder-length hair. The one up above that has the gray figure with the white eyes. The smallest one in the corner there is Lisa's with the human-like lizard with the tail. And the large one looks like it has a hammock actually hanging from it. Has the black dragonborn.
Is it gonna hurt me if I shoot that fucking doll?
Why don't you try to cut it out of the tree? And
No, don't go. She came out of the trees last time. We don't go by the
How high up are
trees.
the dolls?
I mean, can you shoot? Can you try to shoot
How,
the?
how high up are the dolls?
They are kind of below. They're like 8 feet off the ground.
Mage hand, try to grab mine.
All right, you grab it. As the mage's hand is touching it, it kind of takes on that blue ethereal tone.
Okay. What was her name again?
The hag,
Della.
Yeah.
Della Death Dabble.
Okay, Della. You've had your fun.
Silence.
She's not gonna come out until, and
No.
it was a test last time.
Uh,
The goblin. She was waiting to see. I don't know what she was waiting to see.
I squeeze the doll.
nothing appears to happen.
Do I feel?
You
Do I
don't
feel
feel
anything?
you don't feel like you're being squeezed. No.
Yeah, okay. Well, they don't seem to be voodoo dolls.
Well, for the best or worst, I think we should all keep our own dolls.
Why the fuck is mine weird?
I don't really want the hag to have them in her hands.
If this is what I think it is, I'm gonna step forward and place the doll in that circle.
All right. As you do, blue flames shoot up from the edge of the circle and engulf the doll. And for a brief moment, everyone sees this ethereal blue image of something. It's humanoid. It has gray skin, kind of dull features, piercing white eyes, but it's wearing Bard's clothes. And for a moment, it just looks back at him before vanishing.
What?
Ugh, I don't like
I
that.
don't like any of this.
Do you feel strange?
Actually, I want Scath and Leeza to both roll knowledge history, seeing that very, very clear image.
Hey, it's a thing.
Stilts, Scath just is like, no. Oh, Leeza, you're even less than the no. This is horrible. This is weird. Why
I
are
don't
we
like
here?
this.
Bard, I take it you know exactly what that was.
Yes. But the thing got burned up in tears.
Correct. The doll is no
Oh.
longer there.
You said that there's apples on each of these trees, right?
Correct. Green apples.
I'm gonna pick one from my tree and throw it into the fire as well.
It burns up, and there's a puff of green smoke. That is all that happens.
All right. Would I need to climb the tree to get my?
No, you could basically just do a small jump and get yours.
Okay.
If you like, I can grab it so that way you don't have to touch those trees.
No, it's my. I'll do it. Okay. I don't know. So I kind of just close my eyes and just jump up and grab it, and as soon as I kind of feel it in my hand, my eyes still are kind of closed, and I'm like holding it at arm's length and slowly like peek out of my right eye just to see what I'm looking at.
It's not a super strong resemblance, but shoulder length hair, it's exactly your skin tone. Just kind of looking back at you.
Hmm. Yeah, I pull out my short sword and I just like cut the arm gently, like enough to just cut it, just to
Right.
see.
Nothing happens.
Do I feel like there's anything, like if I squeeze it, anything in it other than just its stuffing?
Nothing besides the stuffing.
Okay.
Gamma just sitting there like, thank you for the notes, writing down more stuff to do later.
Yeah, I walk towards the flames as well, just kind of look at it one last time and toss it in.
All right, the doll burns up, and the ethereal blue image you get, it looks a lot like you, Scath, but a younger you. In fact, it looks like you the day you made your first kill with a bow.
All right, that's.
Should we really be burning these dolls?
I don't know.
Do you think I should keep mine just in case?
As you guys are
No.
debating this, the door slams shut.
Do I feel heat radiating from the flames?
No, in fact, it feels cold.
Hmm.
I want you to roll a perception check as you're looking into these flames, though.
All of us?
Everyone, correct.
Perception.
Okay. So, Scath and Leeza, it's really hard to see through the fire and the weird markings on the ground. Bard, you do notice a few scraps of clothing, looks like a few human-like hairs and everything. But on the very edge of the circle, through the ethereal blue fire, you notice what looks like the beginning of a slime trail, frozen to the marble by this cold fire. In fact, it looks exactly like the slime trail left by the slithering tracker.
I don't. Don't touch that.
Touch what?
Don't touch the fire. Don't touch anything. And I'm getting really pissed off now.
Why?
What? Yeah. What are you?
Point out the.
After he points it out, you were both able to see it too. And yeah, it looks like it's probably only still there because of the coolness produced by the fire, but there is a streak of slime.
Is that like what one of the things back at that other village, the husband?
I have a feeling it's exactly that.
I don't remember how did we you killed that thing? What did you do? I don't. What should
As
we
you
be
guys
doing,
are,
Bard? What?
As you guys are talking, you hear rattling a bit, and you look over. In the cage, the woman is up to her knees, just kind of shaking the door a bit.
Yeah.
And looking at you with like desperate eyes, but not saying anything.
Hello?
What happened? Witch got your tongue?
Uh, she points to Bard and puts a finger on her nose.
So she's telling to shush.
Like in the shushing motion?
No,
Or
like
poking
as
her nose?
like finger on her nose, like you got it, like how you'd play charades.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Uh,
I've never heard of that IRL.
Oh,
did is it magical or did she actually cut off your tongue?
Open up your mouth.
she opens her mouth and you can see the tongue.
Oh, so it's magical.
I want to keep an eye on the room while they're having this conversation.
Uh,
The woman has a small piece of looks like some sort of stone, and she begins like scraping into the marble furiously. It takes her about a minute or so, but eventually she scrapes out the name Alexandra.
You're Alexandra. Okay, that's very useful information. I don't really care. Where the hell is this bitch, and how do we kill her?
Alexandra just shrugs in the I don't know gesture. Everyone roll investigation quick. All right. The DM will note this. The woman starts kind of just rattling the door of this massive cage.
Okay, I guess she wants to get out. I'll look for the key, and Lisa walks up to this table.
This
Walk to the
table
table.
has a book scrawled in really awful handwriting, and the writing is it's in Draconic.
I can read that.
There are notes, and
Barely, but I can.
the notes, you can kind of put together what these are. They're notes on the slithering tracker, and you see the name Elliot Alcott several times in a lot of words like revenge, and then a list of items like blood and yeah. These are all like just magical notes from the hag.
Hmm. There's like actually a crystal ball?
A small one, yep.
Um, can
Oh,
I
and
pick it
there is
up?
also a box under this table as well.
Oh,
Gonna open the box. What's
in
the box?
Give me another D12 roll. Seven. Okay.
it's a lucky number.
Maybe. Oh, that's 8. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I just read through a whole paragraph of information for an item that you guys didn't find.
Nice.
You see a vial that looks like it's kind of like a wine bottle, but it doesn't look like wine. And as you're looking at it, Scath, you look over and see them pull it out. It looks exactly like the bottle Osri had at the bar, the stuff that prevented you from lying.
Don't. You should drink that. No. I'm just don't. And unless you want to feel really weird and be really more honest than you ever should be in your life.
Gonna hold the bottle and just look at it. Put it back. And I'm gonna pull out a vial of oil. Yes, I'm gonna go to that well to check it out.
Okay. Leeza, was there anything you wanted to you were looking at the crystal ball, right?
Yeah.
As you look into the crystal ball, your reflection is of a mummified version of yourself.
Ew.
But you double check and you are definitely not mummified.
Why does it do that?
Who are you talking to?
This crystal ball, it doesn't reflect how I look actually. But then again, we're dealing with a hag.
Are
so...
we looking for crystal balls or are we looking for Della? Where the
I don't know.
Alexandra's in the cage holding her arms out to the side like, hello.
We don't care about her.
Maybe if I touch her stuff, she'll come out.
Okay, Bard, as you walk over to the well, you look down and it looks bottomless.
I throw a flame bolt in it.
Oh boy. Okay. You throw a flame bolt down there.
We all die.
The light kind of carries down, just seeming to go on forever. But as it gets probably like 20 feet down, the walls are lined with, oh no, that is a lot of bugs.
I'm gonna
And
fuck
as
with ass.
as the light hits them, they start climbing up.
Do I have a chance to run away?
You have a chance to. I'll give you one movement worth of one action worth of movement.
Okay.
As two massive swarms of insects come up over the edge of the well. And
The
roll
hell did you
initiative.
do?
Again? Great.
So
What can I say? I like playing with fire. Of course, that's 20 on. Still don't go first.
For some reason, this music reminds me of RuneScape.
Probably because it's from RuneScape.
No, it isn't.
I can actually
Kevin.
confirm it is not. It is God, what was his name? Kevin MacLeod or something. He does a bunch of this type of instrumental music. Where's the thing? Okay. So insects not so great on their initiative order. This is a mix of like large beetles, centipedes, ants, a lot of different insects. All of them really, really gross, and yeah.
Bard, burn them. You start this shit,
I'm
you
already
clean it.
planning on it. I'll make you a nice little treat.
Scath Bard, what's your armor
You
or
got
dexterity?
You got.
He goes first.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know. It's freaking bugs. Like, at this point, I don't even think arrows are gonna do much. So I'm gonna let the guy with the fire deal with the bugs, and I'm just gonna make my way over. Start making my way over to the woman, because yeah, shooting arrows
mean-
at bugs doesn't seem helpful in this situation.
You could certainly look around for something that might be helpful.
You know what? I'm gonna let the guy with the fire handle it for now. If I hear screams of terror, then I will certainly redirect my attention. But
All right, Bard, it is your turn.
Firebolt.
Firebolt them bugs. Oh boy. This is finally the session where Firebolt is not as effective as it should be. The bugs kind of swarm around the Firebolt.
And I'm gonna use my other 30 feet of movement.
All right. Leeza,
Where's
it is
that
your
frog?
turn.
I guess I'll get over here and examine this chest.
What
Wow.
would Bard do with this? Oh, all right. You open the chest. Roll a 1d12 for me.
It's rolling. Okay.
All right, 11. Inside this one, you see there's this odd metal disc and the mummified head of a dwarf.
Oh.
hmm.
Do we have a picture of the disc?
I didn't bother with one because it is that simple. It is a flat, like CD-sized flat disc of metal.
Okay. Anything of that sticks out on the disc?
It is strangely plain. But as with pretty much everything you've found around here, it probably has some weird special property. All right, we're up to insect swarm number 1. It's gonna make its way towards Bard. Insect swarm number 2 is gonna make its way towards Leeza. Scath, it is your turn.
I'm gonna draw my bow, keep it held in front of me as I approach her, and I'm just gonna stare down and just see what she wants. Just look at her like, okay, I'm here. You got my attention. What?
She just points at the door and like shakes it with one hand.
Why should I let you go?
She just puts her hands on her hips.
How am I supposed to know that you're not a freaking bunch of bugs in a dress? I've seen some crazy shit lately.
Now she looks offended.
I've seen some crazy shit. I don't know. Why should I trust you?
She just kind of like points to her mouth and like kind of the pantomime that she can't talk and everything. I'm gonna I will call that your action for now. As Bard, it is your turn. Oh no.
You burn the trees.
At least I'm not firing at something that can go really wrong.
Your shot just goes high as the ones towards the back of the swarm kind of move around your firebolt again. Leeza, it is your turn.
What is this thing here?
That is a table with a bunch of severed hands.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You also have a swarm of insects heading towards you.
I run. Towards more or less the fire. I'm not sure how much movement there is.
If you use your action as the dash action, that'll give you 60 feet of movement.
Okay. So here.
All right. Insect swarm number 1. Insect swarm number 2. And Scath, the conversation continues.
I turn back and I point at the bugs. You want to come out with those things? I don't know.
She sticks her hands between the bars as if saying they can come through here.
You are in this place where a witch, I presume, lives. I have seen boxes grow tongues. I have seen scarecrows with claw hands come and slice me apart. You are the first, I won't lie, you're the first human I've seen in a long time, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time trusting anything. So there are other ways of speaking without words.
She flips you off.
And with that, I will go to try to unlock the door.
You don't have a key. You don't have
I don't.
thieves' tools.
It's going to be a matter of trying to break the lock with my sword, I'm guessing.
I'll have you make an athletics check to wedge your sword in and see if you can get this door open.
All right, this might be a while. Oh, yeah.
Now,
do you want to help here?
This is actually a little bit weird, surprising to you. The door opens. But you realize you barely had to do anything as we move to Bard.
Yep.
The power of the 9 hells. Why can't I hit?
There you go. That hits. For 3 damage. You singe off some of the bugs on the edge. All right, Leeza, it is your turn.
Um. Can I try to I move here and I try to I pull an arrow and try to freeze it or something with a magical fire.
You stick your arrow into the flames, and it doesn't really seem to do too much. Your arrow feels colder than it did before, although there are a few licks of flames on the end of your arrow.
And I'll shoot it at the bugs.
All right, roll the hit. That'll hit. For 7.
Bugs. Bugs is how we die.
Keeping track of something interesting as you take out a few of them with your arrow. It doesn't seem to be the most efficient method of extermination. Although those licks of flames kind of hang around the swarm.
Okay.
As the bugs continue to converge on you guys. Let me just grab a token. As we come to the top of the order.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Yep. See, I didn't think the witch would flip me off. I didn't think that. So
All right, so Scath, it is your turn. The door just opened, but you feel it did it on its own.
yeah, can I try to close it again? Because I was.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. Here we go. This will be good. Better.
Not quite though. Like it's scraping. You scrape it a few inches along the bottom, and as you look up, Alexandra's face, her smile is unnaturally wide.
Yeah. Hi, Della.
Bard, it is your turn. Who might get firebolted this time?
May I roll stealth or not?
I mean, you're kind of just in the shade of this tree. You're not exactly.
I'm trying to hide behind the trunk.
Yeah, I'll let you roll stealth for 11.
Oh.
You are moderately stealthy, but your horns are sticking out the side. All right. Alexandra takes one step, and there's like a puff of smoke, and standing before you is Della Death Dabble.
Yeah.
And she is going to Oh Lord. Scath, does a 24 hit you?
Oh yeah, quite a bit, eh? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
no, max damage.
Da da da, blood goes everywhere.
She jabs her hand, and you feel it poke out the other side of your body. You had your chance, but Della thinks you're best as food for her babies now. As he pulls her hand out of you. And apparently, not even a care in the world, the door to this chamber opens, and she begins walking through it. But you get your attack of opportunity.
Goody. Fuck you,
Ooh.
bitch.
All right.
Found her. He's that way.
You cut through her cloak a bit, and you get a bit of green blood on the end of your sword, and she kind of but continues moving towards the
Just
door.
the typical NPC.
Lisa, it is your turn.
Okay,
You just
so
saw Della appear and literally, like Lord Frieza style, shove her hand through Scath.
I put another arrow on the fire and then move to shoot at Della.
All right, roll the hit. 25, wow. Roll that damage. 9 piercing.
You're not going anywhere, you hag.
The arrow hits her in the back and she stops and turns and kind of just snarls at you. All right. All right, one of the insect swarms walks through the fire and just incinerates. We're up to Scath.
So it would be bonus action for me to take the healing pot, right? And then I would still have chance to fire. Or was that just
Is it going to drink a healing potion for yourself? Action to feed it to someone else.
Okay.
I'm just asking. Either way,
So-
I'm drinking the healing potion. If that's all I can do, that's fine. But
So bonus action to do it to yourself. So yeah, you could pop the potion quick and take a shot at Della.
right.
It's not. That is not
It's not
4d4.
the, oh wait,
it's actually
sorry.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
I think 4d4 plus 4 is a potion of superior healing.
They're punishing you.
I'll be
All right.
nice and I'll let you take the 3 and the 2 from your previous roll.
Oh, I appreciate that. Boom. Not feeling great, but still seeing a chance. Last
You
fire
now
arrow.
have a slightly smaller hole in your abdomen.
Yeah, it's still there though. So probably still in the like seated position or whatever. Fire arrow out, aiming. Just gonna try to light this hag on fire.
Nice.
And it's what 1d4 for fire? Sorry.
The fire
1d8.
damage is 1d8. Excellent. 13 damage. She actually reacts to that, and yeah.
I flip her off again. Fuck you.
All right. That brings us to Bard.
Okay. This. In the immediate cover, I'm gonna change my form into a night hag that I've seen before.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying, guys. I'm seeing 2 of them now.
Oh boy. Let me, for Doom and Stilts, I had to remember your not character name for a second. I'll just quickly throw an image of a night hag in our Discord so you can see exactly what Bard has transformed into.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Yep, I'm literally dying because there's witches everywhere. There's hags everywhere.
So, what does Bard say in his night hag form as Della looks his way?
Playing with your food isn't very appropriate. We were applicating.
She's gonna insight.
Roll deception with advantage because I have
All right. You have to beat an 8. All right.
Ooh.
Della kind of looks towards this new night hag and actually takes a step back, like, no, you would have. How?
Right? And both. And you suspected nothing.
All right. So, all right. Is that your turn?
I also want to say,
Call off your beast unless you want the entire coven after you.
What the fuck is happening?
Roll intimidation. And I'll give you advantage because you did fool her.
21. Were you expecting this route?
No, this was slightly different. So Della,
My babies, go back to sleep.
so I'm gonna say we're gonna suspend combat briefly as the insect swarm jumps back down into the well. Leeza, because you are the closest, I want you to make a quick perception check. Oh crap, wrong button. I exited roll 20 for a sec, goddamn.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to try it.
Hey, that's a I love the creativity of this solution. I just hate how I hit one of my favorite tabs as I was trying to switch tabs on Roll20. Where are all my monster notes? Everything's screwy. Bear with me.
No worries.
Son of a bitch! I gotta reload roll 20. Okay, so the so Leeza, what'd you get on that perception check?
10.
10. You are way too focused on the witch war going on right in front of you. This is not the day you were prepared for.
If we're not in combat, Scath is absolutely going to put himself in that cage and close the door. Now, seeing there's a second witch here.
Hey, remember what Bard told you.
Yeah, but I'm also very, very empty on blood right now, so I'm not sure Scath is fully at all his capacity.
All right, so you step in the cage and you try to shut it, but then you realize that there's no actual lock on it.
So I just moved to the back and just leaned down. It's kind of watching.
Just rocking back and forth.
What?
Tomorrow will be a better day. Tomorrow will be a better day. All right. Now I have to actually get that token I was looking for before Roll20 decided to be weird with me. As Leeza, I'll say, because you're right there, you get it with a 10. Something is crawling out of the cauldron.
Oh,
It's not terribly big. It's about 3 feet tall, vaguely humanoid, but there's like bits of earth in it. I will enlarge this token just so you can get a good look at him.
oh god.
Oh god, he encompasses the
It's
entire.
a faceless.
We're not playing Apocalypse World.
No, I've been
I
playing a
think
lot
that
of
was an XCOM reference.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, XCOM, okay. I played 2 hours and got wrecked, so I stopped playing. All right.
I played for a week straight. Got a guy up to max level, over 300 confirmed kills. Someone took him in with a squad of rookies. They took a shot at one. Someone missed. Every one of the rookies panicked and shot him in the back.
Let's see if that's how this adventure ends. As Scath is having a mental breakdown, Leeza's not sure what to do, and Bard is aiming to put on the performance of his life because his life might depend on this one. So Della just kind of glares at this night hag.
You're not one of us. You're not a part of our coven. You leave, or Della be very upset. You think I'm scared of your coven? You are worms. But worms can be useful, as you know.
Yes. Della takes a step into the room and kind of looks over towards Scath. And Scath, suddenly the door on that cage actually shuts.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears actually locked.
That's fine.
Are the bars at least big enough to shoot an arrow through, if need
Should
be?
be able to.
Yes,
Stuck our
yes,
hand
they
through
are.
it.
Not enough for you to step through, but enough to
No.
like stick your arms through, and
That's
definitely enough to shoot an arrow through. Della just kind of taking gradual steps towards the night hag.
A peace offering, perhaps. That one. His flesh looks delicious. Feed him to your babies. And leave me. I have no desire to listen to one such as yourself. I have a proposition for you, though. Go on, go on. sisters are farming. How should you put it? A bit more than a coven. And we're seeking new applicants.
More than 3? That doesn't follow the rule of 3.
No, it doesn't.
All right, you guys all hear a gurgling screech coming from that thing that stepped out of the cauldron.
The hell is that thing?
Now, 1, 2, 3. Wait. Okay, so I need to know who has potions on them right now.
Not me.
I have those 2 potions of rest.
I have no.
Oh,
more.
and did you end up buying the potion of fire breath? I can't remember.
I couldn't afford it and the cloak.
Okay. So, but you have 2 healing potions on you,
Nope.
or the potions of rest, I mean.
Yes.
The creature dashes incredibly fast up to here, and Bard, you feel those potions actually crawling out of your pocket. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You just managed to grab actually you have 2 potions, so I need you to make 2 saving throws. You manage to save one of the potions, but the second one goes rolling across the floor towards this thing, and it just greedily snatches it off the ground and smashes it into its body, and you just see the potion absorbed into this thing. And his
Does it fall asleep?
actually it does. Because it specifically says it gains the effect of the potion. I also need to roll a 1d6 for him. Whoops. Not 406.
Are you sure?
All right, so yes, he does fall asleep. He smashes the potion into himself and just falls over. Or no, actually. It's a construct. He's immune to the interesting. For whatever reason, under this is a creature from a book by Kobold Press, and for whatever reason, he's immune to charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned, but not sleep.
Yeah, not all constructs are immune to sleep.
It's funny. So yes, he does fall asleep. And just kind of plops over. That's really anticlimactic for how I was expecting that creature to turn out. But Della kind of looks over. Potions? My potion?
Wanted to test your wares?
Roll a deception with advantage for that one, because... Yeah. Where? I got too many stat blocks.
Yeah, I get advantage to all these things in my race.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, matched. Reroll?
Sure, that's the simple solution.
Success.
Barely. You, who Hmm. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. You night hags always plotting and planning. Not even Fey fiend all that time in the abyss.
And that is the plan. Me and my sisters, they don't want to be in the abyss much longer.
Consult, Della must. The others must know. The others must come.
And Della begins turning towards the door.
I will return in one moon. I expect your answer by then.
Give me back my charm.
Della just turns.
You came to steal from Della?
That is mine. It's not yours.
It was given to me, not by you. I see no claim.
It belonged to my mother.
Della, her sleeve comes back a little bit and she holds out her long, gangly arm with the charm hanging.
What do you propose to trade? What bargain will you make?
Um, and suddenly, okay, no, she has the magic bell, but that was originally hers. um, maybe she can trick it. She takes out the bell and shows it to her.
The bell that mine that Della's taken from a priest. That is not yours to begin with, not yours to bargain with.
I see.
Well-
I see no claim from it from you.
What
Poor Scath.
what kind of crazy old Scath back here? And I have taken the picture of Bakrees out, and he's leaning, and I'm kind of just looking at him, maybe even talking to him. But as soon as I see her kind of expose her arm with the charm on it, let's just say I were to try to maybe shoot. And would it be at all possible to shoot the charm off of her arm somehow?
It would be a very hard shot, but yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they're all talking. Let's do this. Here we go. Oh, come on, this fucking roll 20.
Oh,
Why you gotta hate me so much? Why you gotta hate?
Oh boy.
Why you gotta hate?
You manage to hit the bar. And the arrow just immediately comes back and kind of the shaft hits you in the chest, and it's just kind of all embarrassing. And you look to the painting of Bakrees, and he just has his hand over his eyes, like, oh. And you kind of like blink, and the painting is changed again. And Bakrees, it seems like he's in the middle of making like a turn me around motion with his hand.
Okay, I do. I turn him. I don't know what you want to see. There's two of them now, Bakrees. Buddy, I could really use you here.
All right. All right. The DC on that was 13. A stream of acid shoots from the painting and hits Della Death Dabble's dead center.
Go, buddy.
For 3 acid damage. But the blast does cause her to recoil, and the charm slides off her hand.
Leeza dashes to catch it.
Della is going to try to intercept you. Roll sleight of hand to see if you can grab the charm. 14. Let's see. Yeah, I'll say you snatch the charm up off the ground right before she grabs it. But however, you are now within range, and she's going to swipe at you.
That
Ooh, she
fails.
misses. She gets some of your hair as she swipes, barely missing.
Can I use the spell on the bell?
Yes.
I do that.
You
Disappear, you fucking act.
You ring the bell, and it sounds several times louder than you would expect it to. It sounded like you just rang a gosh darn church bell. As the hag must make... Who remembers what the save on Toll the Dead is? It's a wisdom save?
I believe with them, yes.
Oh, that's a fail. Leeza, roll me a
D12.
1d12.
It's taking damage.
Yes.
1d12.
Ooh. The ends of her hair and her fingers where she had the charm all kind of decay a little bit, and she recoils her hand. Ah! You dare use Della's tools against her.
Yes.
And she's going to kind of back up a bit after you ring the bell in her face. All of this, you'll all pay. She snaps her head to the night hag. One moon is all Della gives you. She will return with her sisters. And if this deal does not go how we wish, the grandmother will hear about it. And Della moves back, leaving the door open.
Before she leaves, this is when I'm going to start attacking. Because I don't have a full...
All right. I'll give you one kind of a surprise attack before she reacts. So what do you plan to do as your surprise?
Over to her.
No one turns their back on Battle Bumblebottom.
As I'm going to place both my hands on her face and cast inflict wounds with second level meta magic.
All right. You got to roll to hit this hag first. Easier said than done. You guys have rolled really well against her.
Do I get advantage because sneak attack?
I'm gonna give you advantage on that because she is completely unprepared for what you're about to do.
18 and not 20.
Oh, 2 separate attacks?
Yes.
All right, roll them.
Fucking shit ton. 11 plus 18 plus 25. And that's only one.
Roll the second one.
How's inflict wounds that like? Okay, so
So what's
11.
the total on that?
30, 55, plus 11, 66 points of damage.
Della's face withers, and she drops to her knees, dead.
No one turns their back on Grindo Bundlebottom.
Christ!
All right. Unfortunately, it's not quite over.
Oh, I assume not.
There's a surge of fire as Della goes down from that ring. And you all look. Scath, the lock on this cage opens up.
No, keep it close. There's another fucking hag out there.
You guys all see the silhouette of a man leaning on a crutch, a sad look in his eyes. You all guess you're looking at Elliot Alcott. And he opens his mouth and it just gets wider and wider. And eventually you just see this blue etherealness leap from the circle and hit Della dead center. And as it does, Della stands back up. And she immediately just runs, and she is backpedaling. She is running. She is running. She gets to the bridge. We're not in combat, and I'm just going to tell you right now, this is more of a cutscene than anything. Okay. As you guys see that big frog move up to the bridge, and Della jumps on the frog. Its tongue shoots up, and Della grabs the tongue with one hand and points back. This is not the last time you've heard of Della Death Dabble.
And you all remember.
I already forgot what I named myself.
Della.
All right. So, she stomps down on this frog, and you, like a jet ski, the frog just starts skidding across the water.
Cutscene time.
However, do you guys run out to watch Della make her escape?
No, I'm not leaving this cage.
I am.
There's
I
still
guess-
a witch out there.
All right. So, you see this long dark tunnel, Della skidding across the water, and as it, Bart, are you going to shoot a firebolt at her?
Oh, that's why I ran out there. Did you use this cutscene, can I?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm doing meta magic and I'm hitting the frog too.
All right.
Oh shit.
Roll damage on both of them.
You just threw the supernova at the witch.
DM?
Yep, roll damage. You hit. Now, which is which?
4 for the
Nope, you cut out. What was that?
7 for Della, 4 for the frog.
All right. Very close to Della's down to 2 hit points. The frog is still going strong. And it seems like they're about to make their escape. But then you hear, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh,
Yay.
Nat 20.
You all hear the loudest roar any of you have ever seen
Goody.
or heard. The Scath, you go deaf for a minute as things start falling off the shelves in this room. The water is vibrating, and you see Bard and Leeza, you just see in the distance Della stops. And Bard, you see two faint, glowing, yellow reptilian eyes.
Did I get a chance to change back to Bard before that?
You certainly can. All right. And you just hear Della like just heavy breathing, and you just get the sense of absolute fear. You are both just stuck there, like frozen. And you see a brilliant flash of lightning. Now, let me just double check, make sure I got that damage right. That is 16 d10 damage.
oh. She's just like Frieza when he took like Goku's Kamehameha.
Basically, as you see a blast of lightning, and the Della Death Dabble is no more. The lightning shoots through this water. The foliage is burning. You got all the fish in the back just float up. And then it's silent. You hear
You
absolutely nothing.
You saw nothing. I did nothing. None of this happened.
So, Scath, you're in the cage. You're a bit deaf, and then you just saw a bright light from the doorway.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of things in here. I've turned Bakrees around again, like gave him a thumbs up, but I'm just sitting there, kind of looking at my, I would assume, intestines at this point. Just, yeah. I mean, she carved a hole in me.
Yeah. There's an odd draft in the room.
See Bard come up to the door.
Come on, get up.
I healed you, and you're a witch. I put my hands on you.
I'm totally a witch.
You're a witch.
You've seen me do weirder things.
Do we have to worry about what's out there?
I'm pretty sure that was our. Sorry. I'm pretty sure that was our benefactor.
That.
Now get the hell out of that cage.
I grab the bar back behind me and pull myself up. All right. Hit myself in the chest and grab the painting. Kind of limp towards the door. So she's gone.
Like Ash. Kind of like those scarecrows.
Seriously though, are you a witch? Because you have to tell me if you are. The
Yes,
guard told me that once.
Totally a witch.
Okay. All right. Good job, witch. And just kind of pat you on the shoulder.
Yes, I'm totally Grilltilda Bumblebottom.
Can you bumble your bottom right out? Can we find the exit? I could go for a drink.
I'm gonna pull out my water skin. Yeah, not a drink, but should help a bit.
How are we gonna get Bakrees out of the painting?
I don't know. He's screwed.
Only his pike would work. Bakrees,
Can
does
we
your
hear
pike
the
work?
dragon approaching?
Yeah, there's like swashing in the water.
Like large washing.
Large, large swashing.
Well, we're either gonna die or we're either gonna be heroes. Or either or. I really don't know. Or maybe we'll be dead
And no,
heroes.
this is not me just showing you the token large. That's actually supposed to be that big.
I know.
Leeza is just going to peek.
The dragon beckons you with a claw.
There's a huge dragon beckoning us.
I thought this would happen.
You know what?
You might want to bring your photo buddy.
Yeah, Bakrees is back on the back.
I'll just go grab my bow first because she tossed it to grab the charm.
Mhm.
So bright scales.
You all did excellent in accomplishing your task. Better than I even hoped, if I'm being honest.
Um, Not to be disrespectful or anything, but couldn't you have just destroyed this whole lair from the beginning?
Unfortunately, the hag had countermeasures to prevent me from getting here. But while battling you, the defenses were lowered, her reserves of magic strained by the battle.
What battle? I didn't see a battle. Did you guys see a battle?
Scath just like stuffing rags into his chest hole.
Good.
I see one of you is in a bit of a different state than when I met you.
Really bad chili. I mean, don't eat the chili.
Not you. And she turns her head,
Yeah,
kind
they're
of looms up
stiff.
over you, and you see to look at the painting.
Oh, yeah, Bakrees. Hey, buddy. Kind of pull him off my back and just lean him down, kind of resting against my legs, but on the on the bridge.
Unfortunate. We can likely sort that out in Meyerfall at the Mage's Tower.
That's good news, right, Bakrees? See.
He's got like a thumbs up in the painting now.
All right,
Why don't you
buddy.
give him a high five? I think he earned it.
I don't want to rip him.
I don't
just
believe
remind you.
I properly introduced myself last time.
No, but I feel like this is a need for a celebration song. And then I'm gonna pull out my flute.
I am Charlu the Bronze. Oh God, did you roll performance?
Yes.
There, your flute is taking a beating and it just sounds off.
And Leeza just shoulders him, or elbows him, I mean.
I'm much better with the bagpipes. Perhaps you can come see me sometime.
Perhaps. You have done an excellent service to everyone in Eladria, helping me rid the nation of that pest. Hopefully, the people of this region can rest easy for the first time in decades.
She said she had sisters and a grandfather.
Mother. Grandmother.
Grandmother. That
I don't know.
Troubling indeed. Perhaps your work is not over, but at the very least, we can offer you a chance to rest in the city of Myrefall.
Good. I have some business to attend there as well.
Very good. I will see you 3. He kind of looks at the painting again. 4 there. And Charlu turns around and begins.
Can't you
Like-
give us a ride out of
You
here?
know an exit?
I'm pretty sure the stairs turned around.
You just hear like a bellowous laughter. As
Well, I guess we
Charlu,
starved.
as Charlu
There's
just
probably still boar
continues
left.
walking.
I mean, it's probably safe to walk out from wherever she came.
Even if it's safe, do you want to be sitting in that fucking water?
There might still be more of those fish. Plus, what if?
I'm
what
telling
if
you right
Bakrees
now,
gets
nothing
w-
survived in there.
What if Bakrees gets wet? You know how deep it is?
How deep was it?
20,
It's like
30
20
I think.
feet, but there's like the pebble, like kind of beach on each side.
All right.
So we're just gonna wrap this up here. The 3 of you make the long walk back to the village of White Rest, where there's a carriage waiting for you. In this ride, there are no bandits, there are no witches, there are no dolls. It is a pleasant ride through the countryside as you see the 30-foot tall walls, the massive tower in the center, the biggest city any of you have ever seen. Finally, after everything you've been through, the start of your journey is over, but the journey itself is only beginning as you all make your way towards Myrefall.